It's the 10th Chance Time Anniversary Special, starring Cassidy and special guest Charkie. Hello.
Hey, everybody.
What-oh? Yeah, this is the 10th episode.
They said we couldn't make it.
Yeah, I said it.
They said we couldn't make it every step of the way. You'll never make it to episode 2, but we did it.
Then we made it to episode 3 10. After that, and episode 4, and we're still here, regrettably. Hello, one and all. Welcome, audience at home. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Welcome to Bad Game Chance Time. Magic Meows in chat saying the 10th episode isn't the same thing as 10th anniversary cast. That's not how it works. Well, shucks. I wish I had known. Well, I guess I'm just the big asshole then in the room. I guess I'm just the idiot on the mic. This is Bad Game Chance Time. This is the show in which we roll some blocks and play some games, and I get a little tilted from time to time. Usually when I'm forced to play, and I do say forced because this is against all morality, against my better judgment, against my wishes to play SNES platformers. I hear you like it, though.
Yeah.
So, we should introduce the segment for those, because any show could be someone's first time watching. We certainly don't treat this segment like it is, but this first block here, this shows us the console of the game that we will be playing. The second block here shows us the genre or theme, whichever or. We merged them both into one at some point. And finally, this third block here determines the poor schmuck who will be stuck playing the game in question. And then we have to spend like 2 or 3 minutes deciding what game actually falls under the criteria of the first 2 blocks. So a seamless product that we present here. But I'm told that people have fun watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep doing it. Yep. So that's as good a reason as any. You know what I have fun doing? Basically, the only fun part of this show for me personally, that is sitting back and getting to watch, to witness the spectacle that is Charkie Stream Snack.
All right, tonight's stream snack is a Caesar salad. Just a local Caesar salad. It is
What dressing?
Caesar.
All right, just making sure.
It's kind of a
Foregone conclusion.
Yes, but I was gonna say kind of a mustardy Caesar dressing, but that's how this local place does it. And the drink tonight is Celsius Galaxy Vibe Sparkling Strawberry Watermelon Edition. I think I've had one of these Vibe drinks on the show before. I can't remember which one it was, but let's see how this one tastes. So strawberry watermelon, let's try.
ProSugar92 says, for the 10th episode anniversary, it should be a special snack. Well, let us know, Charky. Is this a special Celsius that you're drinking right now?
Wow, that's... Let me make sure. No sugar? No sugar.
Taken aback by it. You're left speechless.
It's real strong with that strawberry. It's a really very sweet strawberry. Like, it's a fake sweet. It doesn't, like, have that almost real taste that Ghost has. But, man, that's way on the back end, you can kind of taste the watermelon. As the flavor fades, you're left with a little bit of the watermelon. But, wow, that is very strawberry forward. That is strong. Not bad. Maybe a bit more flavor than I was expecting out of this. And considering that these are all basically sugarless sugar water, that's saying something.
Yeah, I can't do the water, the flavored waters. Can't do that.
I don't think this is water. It just says sparkling. I don't know, but yeah, that's Stream Snack.
All right, thank you very much for that update. I almost forgot to open up the most essential component of this stream. There we go. All right, get that music rolling. As we are about to embark on the first spin of Bad Game
Chance Time!
Or something like that. I'm gonna let you go first today and tell me which blocks to hit in which order.
Oh. Well, I usually don't go first. Well, I'll take... Just for the example, you know, I'll do the basic to start with. Your console, then your genre, and then who's playing. So give me console.
Game Boy.
Give me the theme.
Sci-fi.
And who's playing it?
Fuck.
You are.
All right.
So go ahead and explain Game Boy, because you were going to say something.
That Game Boy also encompasses the Game Boy Color. I just feel that's important to delineate. Also, I was going to make a separate block just for Game Boy Color, in addition to the Game Boy, because they're effectively the same goddamn thing. Except one's in color. Sci-fi for the Game Boy.
And I have one for you.
Do you?
If you're willing. I don't know anything about this game, but I know it can't be good. But Ugly Martians BKM battles for GBA.
For GBA?
Yes.
Game Boy Advance is still a separate block.
It is? Oh,
Yes.
I thought you said. I'm sorry.
Game Boy Color are the same system. The Game Boy Advance is a little more advanced.
Okay. Well, now I'm lost.
Well, I see one.
I see what you're hovering on. So, yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, let us go with, for our first spin of the night, this is going to be... I'm just trying to get this window position on the other screen.
Well, you know what's going to happen if we ever land on Game Boy Advance.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
This is Men in Black, the series, from Tietex Design Studios, published by Crave Entertainment, December 1st, 1998, if the date here is to be believed. That could also mean that's a December release in general. Either way, Tietex, developers of Human Killing Machine and other garbage back in the day.
Pedigree.
Check out our Human Killing Machine article, folks, somewhere on the site. What are we doing on this screen? Goodbye. There we go. Any second now. Oh, are they going to try to do the intro on the Game Boy Color?
Do we hear like a digital Will Smith rap?
Remember that Men in Black was a comic before it was a movie, before the animated series as well.
I'm familiar with that. I know I must have seen at least some episode of this as a kid, and I do not remember.
Parameters, so options. We'll keep it on normal, on norm. Have you watched this show?
Oh, that's what I was just saying. That, like, I know I've seen it, but I really don't remember any of it.
Is
his mouth just agape?
Yeah, this is... I'm trying to parse this visually. I was trying to figure out which of the two agents it is. Huh.
Well, I guess he is a man in black, so...
Smooth animations. Smooth enough, except when you turn. That's a little...
Is that standard procedure, like, when you're trying to sweep an area with a gun and you turn, you just, like, cartwheel your hand all the way around to the ceiling and back down?
Awesome. I crouched to try and shoot and cannot. Also, I like how someone said, insert obligatory Ashens reference here, then Ashens in the chat said, hello! So I'm guessing jump over these things.
That's why anytime we can make a Game Grumps reference, we don't.
Yeah,
because what'll happen.
Because those two would show up, surely. Can we go up to go up? No. Straightforward left to right.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want to get that looked at?
So is the headquarters under attack? Is that the implication from those falling ceiling lights, or is this the building just not up to code? Well, I guess that answers the question.
I like how they had a cutscene to, like, try and give greater context and explain things, and it did the opposite. It made me more confused as to what's happening.
This turn speed is brutal. They did not need to do this. They could have just had you flip left and right. They would have been better off having you flip left and right.
It's like they didn't know how they would animate like him turning the gun around in the foreground. Like they're like, oh, that foreshortening stuff is like too hard. Let's just have him like swing his arm around. I know how to draw that.
You also can't shoot at an angle. So while it's doing this animation, you can't use it to be like, oh, shoot up and diagonally, which would almost give it a use. Which would almost be, well. I took my eye off the prize for 1 second there.
When was the last time they made one of these into a movie? It was like 2 recently.
There was
the one with the Pitbull doing the song.
Was that 3? But then there was
3.
a recent one. There was a reboot, which people complained about because it had women in it. It was also probably not good. It was also probably pretty bad, probably. But,
Men in Black International, 2019.
What are these shots supposed to establish? I don't know what that aerial view is supposed to be.
See, I'm wondering, is that an aerial view, or is that like a side view and that light is like the elevator moving up?
We'll never know. So pretty straightforward as far as the action is concerned. Oh. I had full health there, so that's just a one-hit kill, whatever that is. Oh, is this like the thing from the first movie where where Will Smith... I don't remember the agent names. I know Jay and, K?
Silent Bob. What? Yes, K.
Okay, I don't remember who's who either, so... But where Will Smith's guy unleashes the thing, he presses a button and then thing starts flying around, and Tommy Lee Jones are... Ugh.
God, part of me wants to say that Jay is Will Smith, but part of me also wants to say that K is Will Smith because K is the new one, and that comes after Jay. No, he was Jay. I was right. With my first, I said 2 things, and I was right about one of them.
Well, that's 50-50, and that's not half bad.
You know why Men in Black International was bad?
Why? Do tell.
They didn't have a rap theme song. That one did not have a bespoke theme song made by a popular pop artist.
This animation's so nice, we have to see it thrice. Who's the guy on the other side of the door?
Yeah. Guy, could you help maybe? We're being, like, invaded?
Cool foreground.
What generation is Game Boy Color?
Same one as Game Boy, by my estimation.
3rd?
No, the Game Boy isn't 3rd generation. Unless you're talking, like, generation of handhelds, unless that's counted separately.
I'm talking console generations, which is unfair, I guess, to try and lump it in with that. But no, like, Game Boy was out around the same time as NES.
Towards the tail end of the NES.
Sure. Well, okay, Nintendo's always been weird about...
Aliens are on the rampage through the streets of Manhattan.
Now, could you get out of here? I need to take a piss. Yeah, Johnny says, I think handhelds are counted separately.
Yeah, I know I have to jump over it, but why make it an intrusive object? Why just have that be a foreground element?
Huge taxis. Huge EX.
Exacts. I can't aim up.
He's trying to teabag on you. All right.
They give me no recourse as far as like aiming up or in any other direction.
You can't aim up as you constantly aim up.
This is all an illusion, the grand illusion. Pulling off some 6 dance moves though. This is.
Oh, do you think he's like switching hands every time he does that? Like he's just trying to show off?
Maybe.
Like he's holding it left-handed, and if you switch over, then he's holding it right-handed.
No, I just think the developers are trying to show off. I just think Teatex are trying to show, doesn't this look cool? Isn't this neat? And they didn't stop to think whether they should. Only whether they could.
Whoa, okay, well, I can't say I expected that.
I gotta know. All right.
Congratulations, you found the sewer level. I hope you enjoy it.
I picked up a neuralizer and it restored my health. I guess we forgot that we took damage. I'm surprised that didn't kill me immediately, actually. I was honestly expecting just to drown the second I hit the water.
I mean, you're in the New York City sewers. It'll kill you eventually.
Yeah, it's years taken off my life already. It's really cool how there's no way to aim down. Alright, the ladder climb animation not as smooth as previous animations seen in this game. Yeah, it's such a huge fuck-up in this game that there's no way to aim up or down. That there's this crouch which barely changes your elevation, which barely adjusts your profile. And you have these obnoxious animations, but there's no way for me to take care of this guy I can clearly see, or guys that are crawling towards me.
Oh, you got to bait him out. It's like in Dark Souls when you see the guys hanging off the ledge, and you just got to kind of walk forward and bait them out. Oh, my glasses! I can't see without my glasses.
Try again, Slick. Oh God, I didn't remember the password.
If I try again, they mean all of it again.
Was it 2775?
Let's say yes.
2710 says K4 Boom, if you are correct. Yes, thank you. I've been playing some Stalker 2 recently. By some, I mean a lot. And
how's that treating you?
It's great. But there are a lot of doors with, like, access panels. And memorizing the codes.
Have any of them had the funny MSIM number in it yet?
No, thank God. I would riot. It's also not one of those games, in my humble opinion, but that doesn't stop people.
But, you know, why not? Put in the number.
This music is also pretty bad, I gotta say. I'm not feeling it. Especially whatever that shrill note is.
Not Tim Follins' finest work. He was not involved in this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's libelous to claim that he had any involvement with this. Fuck's sake. Have I played worse games than this? Oh, assuredly. Does that mean this is any fun whatsoever? No. I went and picked a bad game.
Do you think the Men in Black ever use the neuralizer on themselves just for fun, like to get high or something?
Yes. The abuse of it is rampant in MIB. Actually a serious problem, and we shouldn't make light of it. Fuck this.
They set it to past 10 seconds. And they just, like, sit at the table and use it on themselves and then laugh about it. Alright, guys, I'm gonna do it. Why are you laughing? I already did it? Nah.
No!
Twice? I already... Oh, come on. Alright, I'll do it now. Okay, I'm gonna do it 5 times, really?
This is... How am I supposed to even shoot that thing if I can't aim up? I guess I don't shoot it. I guess I just...
No? It's your familiar. It's the guardian of the sunglasses. The guardian of the Ray-Bans. There it is.
How the hell am I going to get up this ladder? Yeah, that's just a death trap.
That way.
I'm convinced
that's how you get up.
That's just a death trap. They give you the one up because they know there's no safe way up from that. Which is not good design. Also, how am I supposed to not take damage here? Because the second I jump across, he's going to come down.
You gotta jump at just the right spot. That was not just the right spot. In case you were wondering.
Ugh, now get out of here. I take it back. This game is that bad. Really, this might be one of the worst Game Boy Color games I've played. Just for lack of options, lack of, like, any ability to protect yourself.
There has to be worse. I feel like I had to have played worse at some point.
I'm not saying it's the worst. I'm saying it's in contention for the worst. Okay. It is one of the worst. Yes, I get it. Everything is an alien. I get that every single thing we walk past, except for these blue things, is an alien. I get that this is Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants, the spiritual successor. Fuck off.
Hey, you got some.
Can I go in here? Fuck the sewers. Just... I've learned my lesson.
I'm waiting for this to turn into Mario is missing.
Okay, cool.
All right.
The twins have reported Scraldinian hordes in the sewer system.
You have to play the level again, but now go in the sewers? Like, do it right this time. Nope. Now you're in the real sewers.
This game belongs in the sewers. Wish I had a neuralizer so I could forget about this game. How many other, like, tentpole, how many classic AVGN-esque lines can we hit here? What other movie references can we cram in?
You're asking me to remember anything about Ben in Black
About a
past
movie,
a certain
yeah.
point.
Agents J and K, more like fucking JK, because they were just kidding when they made this piece of shit.
Post office. Universal Studios sign.
There we go. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Oh, fuck off. Really? Really? That was a pit there. That was an invisible pit underneath the water.
Oh, hey, look.
I saw the idle animation. Yeah, I saw him take the
Baby
glasses
blues
off.
at you.
Oh, he thought about doing it again. Come on, one more time for the folk at home.
He's thinking about using the neuralizer on himself. Step 1 is take those glasses off. He's not good.
Yeah, there we go. All right, that's it for Men in Black. This thing's it's not good. I can tell you that much for free. It's always something on this show. You ready for another spin of the wheel? I guess this is my turn, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, in that case, let's get the blocks a rolling and let's play.
Challenge time!
I'm gonna move it one to the right, so I'm gonna start second block, third block, then first block, just for a change of pace. All right, give us a genre. Horror.
Horror, okay.
Give us a sap. It's you.
Alrighty.
And what console will it be for? PlayStation Horror.
PlayStation Horror.
I feel like you luck out. I feel like you get the easy one. All right, let's load up some PlayStation titles. And we can be, like, you know, loose with this. Aliens. Sure. Not aliens, I guess. That's the one thing. That'll be sci-fi. You know, ghosts. Doesn't need to be scary, per se. It just has to have a horror-esque element in it.
Ghouls, goblins, creepies. No, that's okay. That thing I'm thinking of is too good.
Johnny in the chat with RE Survivor. We already did that game. We already played through that game in full. And Gun Survivor 2, the Squeakquel, the one that's based on Code Veronica. Watch our old stream for that.
A couple of those I know are going to be full playthroughs we do eventually. You know what? It's not a bad game, but it's a real bad port. You want to show off Shadow Man?
Well, you said the name out loud, so I think we have to.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to show off 1999's Shadow Man, developed by Acclaim Studios T-Side and published by Acclaim in August 15th, 1999. This got the Night Dive treatment recently, didn't it?
Yes.
Or, you know, Shadow Man in general, not this specific version of the game.
Well, I believe the remaster, or the, I guess if you call it that came out, actually combined things from a lot of different versions of Shadow Man, because there were like level discrepancies between all the versions. So they combined it into like one thing, from what I understand. And people like this game. People didn't like this version of this game.
All right. You should be good. should be in control.
And by the way, happy 30th anniversary to the PlayStation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also got a little T side. Did you see that in the Acclaim logo? Did you see how they just like affixed the little T side and like some pixel font onto the side of the Acclaim banner there?
Take your word for it.
That's adorable.
So, this came out on Dreamcast, PC, N64, and PlayStation. This is the one that came out looking the roughest. Shadow meter on, reverse snipe. I don't know what that means, but I'm worried. We might not even get that far. Classic, or Bloodshot, or Iggy 3.
Well, let's see Iggy's 2 through 1.
Iggy's Wrecking Ball, and Iggy's Wrecking Ball 2, and then New Yorker mode.
Oh, so this is...
Hey, I'm pressing L2 to snipe over here. Alright.
Stick with classic, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm sure the Iggy thing is like a reference to the comic or something. Because this is another comic-based property.
Who just did a video on Shadow Man? Was that Grimbeard?
I know
Through the
Grimbeard
history?
did a Shadow Man video.
The 9th of November, 1888. By my deeds am I known, and I am known as Jack. Spring-heeled Jack. Jack the Ripper. By my deeds...
Sort of conflating a couple of
They are truly...
things together there, but alright.
I took them all to...
I'll let it pass.
Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, Mary Kelly, and loved them. True.
I always worry I'm going to say this wrong.
mortal power.
Affine texture warping, right?
Find
Yeah, that's where the coordinates aren't fixed in the way they need to be, so you have texture distortion.
the ritual of the knife was to know.
I'm just looking at the frames here. I'm just counting the frames.
Yeah.
Performed that bloody ritual upon myself.
I mean, the fact that the walls can't sit still is sort of eldritch in and of itself.
Legion, for we are many. The immortal power that you seek
I
I
think it's
just had
lame.
some delicious jelly rolls.
within the soul.
I think it's lame, by the way, when fiction tries to incorporate, when we try to do like fictional takes on Jack the Ripper and his mythos.
What are you that you can produce such things from thin air?
The only one to do it
Specifically
right,
Jack the
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
specifically Jack the Ripper, though, right? It's not just any historical figure.
No, of course, you can play with history, but, you know, like Gotham by Gaslight, the Batman comic where it turns out that Commissioner Gordon is Jack the Ripper in that continuity. Shit like that is fucking lame.
Can misunderstood
That's a weird twist.
you as the time of Armageddon approaches, and at the heart of Asylum, we shall
The subtitles are, there's a letterbox there for a reason, sir. You can just move it down,
Yeah.
like 20 pixels, give or take.
to create an immortal army to punish and cleanse this pathetic world.
You know what? Sounds good. I'm in.
Cathedral of yours.
Across the veil, in the darkness, amongst the restless spirits of those
Oh, finally some frames!
in the place
Couple of them.
as dead
Savor them while they last.
If I'm to join you,
There they go. Goodbye.
prophecy. We cannot fail, for we are.
I don't know. I can't really get into the mind of Jack the Ripper. If you're Jack the Ripper, right? Some guy just walks into your lair and says, like, I want you to build a cathedral to evil, but you need to kill yourself first. Is your instinct would be like, alrighty.
Well, he was writing in his book, he was scribing that he was aware of the ritual beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah, one of these people is a little bit more vibrant, full of life than the other.
I need scissors. 61.
Oh, smooth animation there, too.
There's a darkness coming.
What's the problem, Magneto?
I had a dream, Shadow Man. A real bad dream. A dead side dream. The five are here. The heralds of the apocalypse.
Yeah,
He can't stick to his eyes.
I feared. The ends common, Shadow.
So, like, you should really, like, explain, like, what is...
To dead side.
Why this game is
there's-
beloved on other consoles and why it is not beloved here.
To its darker
There's something more specific I'm going to get to, but you can just kind of tell that the PlayStation was not up to the task of running this
you
game.
can do it, Shadow.
Like, if I remember correctly, this was
Between the worlds. Can't go dead side.
kind of last minute, maybe not be the word, but
You-
definitely not top priority.
Definitely not the target console for this game.
Yeah.
But you
There's like, they kind of had to, from what I understand, they kind of had to move heaven and earth to make it run in the first place.
of the Dark Souls could destroy.
So, on a certain extent, maybe commendable that it does run.
We knew it'd come back one day.
But for a game that actually did kind of look good on N64,
Of the ancient
definitely on Dreamcast and on
and the Dark Souls that evil desires.
PC,
Protected.
like, you
This
don't
is
think of the
especially rough.
PlayStation. Yeah, you don't really think of the PlayStation 1, even it being like the older console here. You don't think of it as being like that bad in terms of graphics.
Okay, so let me get
You
this.
think of it as being maybe a bit more capable than what's going on here.
Then the world's going to end.
But I think that this is such a huge game that maybe they were just trying to fit too much into it.
I gotta go. I've got a lot to do. Take Deacon's file and meet me at dawn at the church on the hill.
So yeah, this is a case where the issues with the game are not in like the narrative or the storytelling necessarily. I mean, you can make comments, you can certainly make arguments, you know, as to certain aspects of it, you know, just narratively speaking or whatnot, or thematically. You know, but you know, it's rooted in source material that is very narratively driven in a comic book.
I hate this shit.
It's a novel story being told here, especially for the landscape at the time.
And brother, sometimes
Just plow through those frames. You can make it.
do nothing about it since, nice as you please, she knitted my ribs into the mask of shadow.
Oh god, everything just like the
The-
seams, the water disappearing now. The water's entire like sections of the water failing to render.
Comes my way. Can't live, can't die.
Like we're not gonna play too much of this because really like the star of the show here is
Soul of the
Shows
they
you what
did
you need
not
to
get
know.
this to run. There's definitely a cutscene I want to get to though. That shows off one of the major things. You can kind of see it there a little bit, but all right, let's oops. Right, okay.
Is this game also running at a higher internal resolution? This looks like it's not 320 by 240, but it might be 640 by 480, or maybe like 512 by 384 internal resolution, which could
Let's
be
see
a
if I can
major
get-
contributing factor.
Oh, whoa! I've never seen it happen like this before, by the way. Like, in a wide open area, the frame rate is pretty bad. But, like, once it narrows and gets into, like, a tighter enclosed space, all of a sudden the frame rate goes, no!
You would think this would be easier to render,
Yeah.
and yet...
Jump! Okay. Oh, that really is, like, a count the frames kind of moment.
And it affects playability, too. It affects your
Yeah.
ability to react. It affects your inputs. This is an
I could've
era
s-
where people tolerated a lot in terms of fluctuating frame rates, where frame rate wasn't even like a word that people knew, or that wasn't
Yeah.
really like focused on, fixated on. People just accept that games slowed down. The better they looked, the slower it ran. That you'd have to drop a few frames to push visuals, to push presentation.
I don't think people then tolerated this.
No, but the point I was going to make is that this is
Yeah.
where it is so in the way, where it is so apparent that, yeah, it's kind of impossible to ignore in this case.
Oh! See, that's one of the issues. I was just
Bob
Also,
Mater
just-
says, I'm late. Is this the second? This is the second game on a Nintendo system where someone gets laid, right? We're playing the Sony version right now, but as
Yeah.
far as on N64, sure.
God, I hit jump.
First, of
This is
course,
where the-
being Golgo 13, which we've played on this channel.
Okay.
Magic Meow's response was, I was thinking Zelda 2 when that lady invited Link to her
Yeah.
house. That's not what happened!
The third game.
Just because we all believe it, it's because we all know that's what's happening, doesn't mean that's what's happening. Oh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Koozie Koozie references. But yeah, it's not sex with prostitutes, I'll have you know, is actually a widow. And you look remarkably like her husband, her late husband. And so you go to her room to comfort her. Only in the Japanese version, mind you. And that is per the instruction manual.
I've kind of always wanted to play this game in a version that was functional. This is literally the only version of this game I've ever played.
Yeah,
It's
why do we do
PS1.
these things to ourselves? Why don't we just play, like, good versions of games? Why don't we
Can I
just
move
rebrand
this?
as the Good Game Hall of Fame and play something that's actually, like, tolerable for a change?
Oh, I found what reverse snipe means. It means I should have set it up correctly. Oh, wait, can I actually change shit in-game? Oh, thank God. Granted, this will not be a thing that I have to worry about because we're almost done. But at least you can change... Whoops. At least you can change it mid-play. What was... Oh, I found that.
How many iframes do you have when you roll?
1, but it seems to last for 20. All right, is there... Nope. This game's actually like I don't know what I don't want to say Metroidvania for several reasons, but it is a very large and sprawling game. It's impressive for the time. Like it's almost kind of gives me vibes of like Soul Reaver, from what I know of Soul Reaver.
Which is cool. Soul
Yeah.
Reaver is cool.
I feel like I could probably recommend playing the Night Dive. The Night Dive version of this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't give a shit about it. I wouldn't get much out of this, but I also have no taste and no patience for 3D platforming of any sort, so...
I'm trying to do a backwards long jump skip like Mario.
Oh, get
the
on
frame
with
rate
it.
does
Come on.
not like it when I do that. Ugh.
How is it this bad when there's so little on screen?
Okay, so I have to press up and then up to climb. All right, here we go. Now, something I want to note is that part of what makes Shadow Man cool, part of the design that people really like about Shadow Man, is he wears these like Prince Nez sunglasses. Right? You see it on all the promotional stuff. It's on the box art for the game, including this version of the game.
Nettie?
Hey there, Mike. Glad you could make it.
How could I refuse your
He
offer?
doesn't have them here.
How could I ever refuse you?
It's only the PlayStation 1 version. They couldn't render the sunglasses on him or something.
Read the file I gave you, and
They couldn't even draw them on him as a texture.
the lines you'll find this.
Yeah, that's surprising.
You got
Yeah,
my stuff?
he's missing his iconic sunglasses. It's like Aiden Pierce missing his iconic cap. You can't imagine it.
If they're so damn dangerous, why didn't the ancients just destroy them?
So
But Soul Reaver 1 and
don't
2
know
getting remakes, by the way, the Night Ride treatment in the next week.
yeah.
If evil ever managed...
By the way, I don't know what you would call it, but like the color depth, I guess, on these textures.
unbeatable army would be...
Yeah, it leaves a little something to be desired.
There's one coming up
Das
that I want to show
Okay.
in particular
So I really got to get to the dark side
during this
of
cutscene.
the bad guy. I understand that.
Also,
but where do
this is the Dark Souls of games that came out before Dark Souls.
Shut up.
Look at that! Look at that texture. That looks like a fake NESD make
or Mambo can open them to release...
on those like things. See?
Yeah, that's like, it looks like 3 colors. It's a little more, obviously. It's
Yeah.
like 5, 6, 7.
Might be able to do
Like if you look on the PC, it looks like a proper thing of textures. It looks like a recognizable thing and not just 3 colors.
ancient evil.
Not like IGN's. This is what Shadow Man would look like running on the Game Boy Color.
Let's just get this thing over with. You got my stuff?
Right here.
God, the thing that I can never get over with it.
I'm real scared, Mikey.
Jesus, Luke. He's a
The thing I cannot get over with this version of this game is the sunglasses are missing.
Mike, you know that.
This is the only version.
saw.
It's understood.
Like if they had those like
Feelings for
6 polygons on screen, the entire PlayStation would have melted under the weight of it. Like it was this full to the
Oh,
brim.
Mike, go dead side and find Jonty. He's waiting for you at the Meadow Gates. He's got something to show you.
Okay.
I want to see some combat.
I honestly don't know how long it takes to get to combat.
Well,
It
they
takes
gave you a
while.
gun.
Whoops, wrong button. Well, they gave me a teddy bear.
No, center screen.
Oh.
See?
There we go. Okay. Did I already fire it? Listen, Nettie, Oop. I turn that way. Nettie, look, I'm not so sure about this whole undead working for you thing, so,
Oh, she bled.
She did. Now, I think in the lore she might be immortal, so this makes sense.
It still wouldn't be, like, very nice of you to do.
Can I just shoot? Oh, yeah, I can. That's bad posture for shooting, I think.
Yeah, no,
right?
you wouldn't hit
like,
much.
Like, just...
I think you will
This
get into
feels
combat
so
shortly,
sloppy.
by the way, once you get outside, according to...
Well, I'm not going to shoot these dogs.
What if you have to?
No, they're her dogs. They're Nettie's dogs. Do I have to shoot that? Yep, I have to shoot that.
All right, dogs, time to go for a walk.
All right, down to the catacombs, dogs. You can pick out any bone you want. what was that stagger?
Because you landed on the ground. I thought you were going to die from fall damage just by landing in the water. I straight up thought it was just going to be like, well, we didn't account for this.
He won't go for... Okay. All right. God, the frame rate. I really hope that comes through. It must come through on the stream, right?
Oh, absolutely.
How bad this is.
The stream is 60 frames per second, so it should capture every one of like these missing frames. It should capture every drop.
All right.
You've heard of spear fishing. You've heard of dynamite fishing. How about handgun fishing?
Do I have an oxygen meter? Yes. Lead the way, Winston.
You don't have any bullets. You don't have any ammo count, so I'm assuming it's just it's all good.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, sure.
You're shooting into the other dimensions, the other realm, by clipping your hand strategically through.
Up, huh?
Yeah, I'm feeling like they may have lost more than just a few frames in the translation process here. This might be a little on the buggy side. Oh, I know why. Because you had your handgun out. You have to put that away.
Can I shoot on the... Yeah, I can. Wait, no. Put it away. Alright, that's good. Where am I?
How funny would it be if it just reset all your progress, basically? If you had to go underwater again and...
What is that?
That's
her dog. Yeah, where am I? Oh, I found a collectible. Was I actually sent back?
Yeah, you shouldn't have fucked up that that landing. You should have stuck it.
I'm real nervous to like just start whipping out the gun and shooting now that I know like the dogs are around here too. Okay, so this is where we were earlier? No. Yeah, wait. Right?
Yeah, I would think.
No? No. I think I might do it for this. I'm not sure if we're going to actually find combat, because I've kind of looped all the way back around to here.
You sure have. Yeah, so
don't know how
the price you pay for missing that, for not dismounting properly. So that's it for Shadow Man?
I think that'll do it. I think, like, this is a good game. This is a bad version of a good game, and I really wanted to show off how bad this shit runs on the PlayStation.
Boy,
Happy 30th birthday!
Happy 30th birthday, PS1. Bring us classics like this. Oh, you can get that item now. You can get those. You can pick up all this stuff. Well, that's great.
And that's the end of the game.
All right, you did it. You saved the underworld, or whatever the plot of that game is. I wouldn't know, even though I've watched videos on it. It's your turn, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, very good. The blocks are rolling.
All right, it's my turn for...
Challenge time!
All right. I'm going to go right, middle, left.
Okay.
So, who's playing?
Dealer's choice.
What's the theme?
Sci-fi.
And what's the console?
NES sci-fi.
NES sci-fi. Well, you're going to play it, so I can finish my drink.
Oh, great.
NES sci-fi.
I think I know one. I mean, I know a few, but I know
Yes.
one offhand that would probably be a pretty good one. The one that folk are probably looking forward to us playing as part of some like Color Dreams retrospective, which I think is something I've hinted at before.
Yeah.
That we will do. This is Raid 2020. The events of this game took place 4 years ago, though the game was released in 1989, and this was developed and published by those purveyors of unlicensed games for the NES, Color Dreams, who went on to become Wisdom Tree, and you know the whole deal with these folk, I'm sure. Folk at home.
And if you don't, we'll do a retrospective one eventually.
Yeah, eventually we will play every Color Dreams and/or Wisdom Tree game. But for now, let's play Raid 2020. Let's get this up and a-running. Some drugs. Winners fight drugs. We certainly don't do them. Let me know if this is too loud in the mix, because I know chiptune stuff. I know like stuff of this instrumentation is perceived to be louder than other stuff.
Winners fight on drugs.
AD 2020, a plague of narcotics transcending the bell.
Never mind.
No way anyone could read all that in that little time. He must rid the pier of all drug dealers, get to the boat shop to escape. Here we are.
So if we continued playing Shadow Man, it would be basically this.
More or less, from as I am to understand. I gotta get up there so I can get those boots. Which I like how the boots rotate depending on which direction we're facing. Is there like a double jump or something here? I don't remember. I'll just go inside. How about that for starters? By the way, you may notice something weird about the perspective and the control here for starters. So this is left and right, right? So far, so Trisha. This is up. This is down.
Oh, it's a lane-based game.
It's diagonally based, I can tell you that much for sure.
Oh, wait, can you stop in the middle of the screen, or...?
Yeah. I can stop wherever I
okay.
please. It's just that you can't move straight up and down. You move across these diagonals.
You move those on those guidelines that they're showing you.
Yes.
Your character is like a guy on a foosball table. You have to move across those lines.
I can't remember if there's like a special jump that you can use to get up to these heights.
Jump on the crates.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Maybe you need, like, spring shoes or something. I've no clue. I've only seen this game through the lens of AVG and did a video on it.
So you can shoot the crates. But I have to be on the same plane as them, which is difficult when...
Yes.
You know
I
what?
think if you get on the same plane there, you're just going through the door, so...
Well, mercifully, we have infinite ammo. The birds are on drugs, too.
The rough part of town.
So are these mines? I'm assuming these are mines. I assumed correctly. So I'll just try walking through them rather than chancing it by jumping over them.
Oh, there's those... Oh, wait. I thought there were shoes floating on top of that fish, right? Oh, there are shoes floating on top of that fish.
There are,
and
but...
you have a jetpack.
Yeah, this is a little more practical to me. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Wanna get that machine gun.
Can you not fly through the door? Oh, there you go.
Ooh, and they repopulated the room with stuff.
just for you.
Oh, check out that upgraded
Oh god,
gun.
we're getting some Uncle Fester ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're in
now.
Fester's Quest territory now. It's crazy that the drug dealers have this. This isn't our equipment. This is just drug dealers' standard issue on the pier.
This is how it is in 2020. This is the future.
That was a very useful door there.
Speaking of the future, I really don't know when else tonight I would be able to talk about this.
Sure.
And the best time would be while you're playing a game, I guess. But last night, we went on the PlayStation 5 store, and browsed like the coming soon section. I posted about this on Blue Sky, but boys, it dire over there.
Yeah, that was
on
rough.
digital storefronts.
I did not realize quite how bad it was. That they're just completely overwhelmed by.
Yeah, almost every Karate Kid.
Not quite. I can see the confusion, but
almost every single game in the coming soon or wish list this section on the PlayStation 5 store is all fake. Or probably fake. It's all like simulator games with AI generated images on front. And they have like titles like
fucking hell.
OFC, Ultimate Fighting Club.
Now hold on, I can't help but notice that the first letter of Ultimate is U.
Yes.
In the first letter of that abbreviation, you said OFC, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a fucking chorus. Ultimate Fighting Club.
The movement is so incomprehensibly bad in this, by the way. In case it wasn't obvious. Huh? Huh?
So...
Sorry, that one, I was just very confused by the everything that happened there. Sorry.
Yeah, they also had, like, Cop Officers, Police Simulator of NYPD City. They had Barista Simulator 2025, and if you look at the release date listed on the PlayStation Store, it was 2027.
Yeah, that was a very funny one to stumble across there. So yeah, Sony's...
A couple things we noticed was that, one, it's almost the entirety of the store is just this schlock. Two, most of the publishers, not all of them, but a vast majority of them were some name SRL, which is like limited liability for like Spain and Italy and some other countries.
Mm-hmm.
We did find one, though, that was ZOO, which is Polish. So I looked up that publisher, and I found it. There's the same company name, Volatile or Volatire or something.
Voltaire.
And I found their webpage, and much like the description of every single game listed in the store, it was all ChatGPT. It was all very obviously ChatGPT.
Of course.
Which is the same, all the descriptions of all the games in the PlayStation Store, just ChatGPT garbage. But on the website for this publisher, they listed games that they had. And I looked them up, because they said where you could get those games. All fake, no game. They had links to, like, the storefronts where you could get them. The links were dead links. They just went back to the page that you were already on. There was just that webpage hashtag. They had, like, reviews listed. No, all the games are fake. They had their awards that they won as a company. All the awards are fake. Not even like one of those websites where you pay them to give you an award or something like that. No, they just made up wholesale all these things.
Ooh, check this out. I had to play the first stage twice, by the way, because I didn't kill all the drug dealers the first time through, because they respawn them while you're off screen, so you have to loop the level to get everyone, but that's neither here nor there.
Anyway, they had pictures of the, what would you call them? The employees of the company, all
fake
AI image generated. There was no way to give them money. All those games that were coming soon, you couldn't pre-order them or anything. All the fake games they had, they weren't even Unity asset flips. There was no, like, pitch to give money, no, like, please invest in us thing.
There's
I don't know how much I don't know how much it costs to put a game up on PlayStation. I'm assuming nothing at this point.
It must be, otherwise they're
But,
just
like-
burning money to fill out that store page with garbage.
But what I'm wondering is, like, what is the end game, right? Like, you do this if you're trying to get a profit, but there's no means of giving them money, and it doesn't seem like they're trying to fish for investors. So, why is this happening? But, yeah, PlayStation, happy 30th birthday. Your store is
unusable.
mostly fake. Yeah, your
Yeah.
store is unusable and mostly fake garbage. Some of these things do come out, and they're all Unity asset flips of, like, the same game over and over again. It's just basically like, have you seen Let's Game It Out do a video in the past 2 years? That's what's on the PlayStation Store right now.
These things, they hit you every frame. So it is, if you intersect with any of these enemies, it is basically instant death. Like, see that?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, here's the long and short of it. Here's how we tie it all back to this. We're in this era now where, like, game descriptions are just, you know, made up by AI. The images, the screenshots, all that made up by AI. The assets in the game are all just stock stuff, like, thrown together from a store. Raid 2020 was made by hand and made with love. Presumably.
No, I read the Color Dreams book, which is the Super 3D Noah's Ark book published by Boss Fight Games. And no, these people were just phoning it in. They did not give a fuck past a certain
They
point.
were in it for the love of money.
Hey, you know that? Yeah.
But it's some form of love. It was not automated.
This is brutal.
Z Reserve in chat says, apparently Nintendo's eShop is worse. Yeah, the eShop is so much fucking worse. I just talked about how bad the PlayStation is and how, like, unusable it is with all the slop. eShop is worse.
You remember when we all made fun of
miles.
Greenlight? Remember when we were like, oh, Greenlight sucks? And then that
Yeah.
discouraged anyone else from ever curating their platforms ever again, apparently. Awesome
wonder what
reality we're
Xbox-
living in.
I wonder what the Xbox store is like, as in the proper Xbox console, because I haven't had one since, like, 360, so I don't know what an Xbox Series game store looks like, to be honest. I'm sure it's not better, but, folks, feel free to donate to the Patreon. If we get enough to get an Xbox Series, then I can go on there and just find out and let you know.
Yeah, join the Discord server, join the Patreon Saints channel if you financially support us, if you subscribe here on Twitch, pledge on Patreon, or become a YouTube member, you can gain access to our Patreon Saints channel and help determine the direction of the show. Welcome, this is really the future we're living in right now, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Technopolis. Game over.
By the
Looks like- Press
Press
A.
A along with start.
Why did it
Can
have
continues
these?
max. Way to go, Ace. You hit A along with start.
Congratulations. That usually
speaking
stops
of-
half of players, but...
Speaking of the Patron Saints channel, we are, promise, going to have a poll soon
Yes.
on a game to play. And we are doing the, what are we calling it? Miseducation microcomputers?
Misadventures in microcomputing.
Misadventures. That
Ow.
was a Patreon voted thing. That's coming up soonish.
Yeah, it just takes a while to produce a segment like that, which delves into the entire history of microcomputers, of that era of personal computing, and then picking games out for each of the micros we want to focus on.
So, with any luck, the patron poll for the next Thursday game will be coming up soon. We have this Thursday planned already, but we got a poll coming. So how you enjoying this?
Guns open. Huh?
But-
Huh? Huh?
Okay, I guess that was an elevator.
This is baffling, and this isn't my first time playing it, but you forget sometimes when it comes to bad games just how rough particular ones can be. How tough to parse visually, coordinates-wise, where I am, what I'm doing, which enemies kill you in one hit, which ones don't. I'm abusing the rewind for this one because I have no choice. I can't imagine playing this on a real piece of hardware. One of those games. This is a tough one. something tells me these Color Dreams guys weren't putting their best foot forward with some of their games. And the something that tells me that is, one, the gameplay, and two, knowing that they weren't putting their best foot forward. Just knowing from their own testimony that they were phoning this shit in. I fell into space. This is apparently taking place in space. This Technopolis stage. Hey, you know what? This is at least better than Men in Black on the Game Boy Color. I just made my value call. I just made my assessment, and I am rating this better than Men in Black on the Game Boy Color. It's not good. In fact, I'd say it's terrible. But I think I hated that Men in Black game more. Honestly.
Okay, I'm sorry, this is going to be the end of my PlayStation thing. But I found a follow-up on this. I looked it up. It's free to put something on the PlayStation Store. If you pass certification, then it's free. If you fail certification the first time, there's a fee for reapplying.
Sorry.
Do all these games that don't exist pass certification? Because a lot of these straight up do not exist. They don't even have like a fake thing behind them. They are completely fake. Or they don't even have like an asset flip behind them. They are completely fake. Like, is it free to just put your game up there and say like it's coming eventually? Do the certification once it exists.
Must be
Weird.
I appreciate the variety, the attempt at variety. We've had spaceships, we've had bikes, we've had boats. We have everything, every vehicle configuration your heart can desire and imagine.
Alright. I'm sorry, the rabbit hole got deeper. Acidonia says the free fee thing only exists in the US. Which then begs the question of why did so many of those publishers have SRL or ZOO in their titles, which are implying that they are not United States companies. That they are registered in Europe.
Just when you thought it was over, the cyborgs have come back in force. Make sure you destroy them all. Make sure you destroy all of them. I can't. Keep respawning enemies out of sight and out of mind. So you really do have to beat the level like 3 or 4 times in some cases just to be thorough about it. Also, what constitutes an enemy in this game? Are these enemies? Are these part of the drug cartel? Is that ball of lightning? Were all the birds in the first stage part of the cartel?
Well,
Were they part of the organization?
I want you to think about this for a second. There's a floaty ball with like protrusions sticking out of it, kind of flying around airborne. This game does take place in 2020.
Oh my god. They weaponized COVID in 2020. Yeah. The Color Dreams, they were on the case. They knew.
They knew.
Give me that spaceship again. And you can trade in the spaceship for a motorcycle.
Beat the game and look at the credits. Who's credited as executive producer?
That's right, Dr. Fauci.
One of the same. You heard it here first, folks. One of these days, we're going to say something that gets us a Wikipedia link attached to our video.
Please do not believe anything these streamers say. They are goofballs. This means we're close to the truth, I think. Alright, that had better be the end of this goddamn level.
Are you...
I don't get it.
I was really excited for you to go into FBI headquarters and crack down on them.
Yeah, the real drug traffickers on this country.
Wouldn't that be... You know what? No. that's definitely going to get the Wikipedia article on
Yeah, that's definitely going to get us demonetized at the least. Mr. Chaco in chat says, good work, but you forgot Baby Moses. That'll come up in the Color Dreams retrospective.
You need to destroy all the... No, those are elevators. The things that look like little...
No, I think it's just the fact that when you go off-screen... I think we need to go left, and then back right, and see if anything respawned here. And also not die.
Oh, there's a guy. There's a guy.
Now I bet I go left and right again. This game really could have done without all the one-hit kill bullshit. Call me crazy, you know, I know that's a contentious take.
Just drive your motorcycle right into the FBI.
Pilot the Czar 1 ship to New LA and find Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. This game might be a little silly.
Just remember to use the code phrase, Dale.
This is also just, like, impossible. Luckily, we have that A in start, so we can,
Yeah, like 8 or 7 more tries for that. Assuming we actually finish this game and we don't say, oh, that was a Raid 2020.
If we don't finish it now, we're gonna have to finish it during the Color Dreams retrospective.
Is this gonna be this episode's Castlevania The Adventure?
No,
Okay.
it won't. I'm gonna cut this one off because it's getting under my skin a little. It's getting a little frustrating, to say the least. That was Raid 2020, A Vision of the Future from 1989. They nailed it, as Color Dreams often did. Ooh, I need a second to recover after that one. That was still not as bad as Men in Black. I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking that the Men in Black game was worse somehow. Whose turn is it this time?
It is your turn.
My turn to play.
Chance time!
I'm gonna do left, right, middle.
All right.
No reason why. Just seemed like a good idea at the time. Let's see the console. NES again. Who's the schmuck? It's me again. And
Alrighty.
what is the genre? Watch it be sci-fi again. I called it. How did I call it?
Sci-fi again. Sci-fi again. There's one I'm thinking of, but calling it sci-fi is a little tenuous, and also I want to save it for when I play. It's when I want to play. but
In that case,
it's
I
not-
got a game for you. It's called Raid 2020. Load it up. No, I might
no, you're
have.
fine.
I might have one.
We already did. Did we? No, we didn't.
We haven't yet.
No, you're right. Yeah.
All
Go
right,
for it.
folks. This is the ultimate sci-fi story. This is The Terminator, developed by Radical Entertainment and published by Mindscape in December of 1992.
Not LJN, because they had the T2 license.
Yes, and not the T1. All right. And this one's pretty infamous as well, from what I recall.
Mm-hmm. You know how, like, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator was the T-800?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the T1 was like? Do you think it was just, like, a
It
fork on a
was
Roomba?
Ibo, that robot that does, like, walks up
Ah.
the steps. That was the progenitor of Skynet. Cool intro.
Match Me Out says, Dan, I was hoping for that awesome Predator game. Is Predators...
I mean, it's got aliens in.
It's got aliens, and yeah.
I don't need to see the demo. I know what this game looks like.
Video Game King says, doesn't the game limit you to 8 lives for some reason? 6, I think.
It's something arbitrary, but that's not going to matter much to us. I know Displaced Gamers did a video on why the jumping in this game is so atrocious. And boy howdy is it atrocious. There are times where you will just fall through anything and everything. The greatest threat to mankind is not robots, it's dripping acid. Oh!
Oh, I forgot that iconic gun noise in this game.
Alright, bye T-800. I'll miss you. Gotta crouch
Giant
to
metal
pick up items.
Q-tips. He knows better. This is a waiting game for him. So, okay, Remind me and people at home about how this game controls beyond bad jumps.
There's a lot of delayed stuff, like shooting, right? You have to go into a shooting stance. This is me holding down the A button and press. That's about a half a second delay. And when you get into shooting mode, you can angle it up and down and in the middle. So already, again, better than Men in Black on the Game Boy Color. It's just the wind-up for everything and the fact that the detection on landing and jumping is pretty spotty.
He's really got to, like, get those legs moving if he wants to jump.
How do I do the grenades again? There's a specific button for it. Oh, select to switch between grenades and gun.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I think select was involved, but...
This music is also very droning. It's not, like, shrill, at least not right now. There are some songs that definitely qualify as that.
Magnificent Scoop says, you know this is a European developed game because it has killer droplets.
There are also American games doing that. It was just hacky game design, well, we need something that damages you here. We need to have some sort of challenge, as it were.
I think I remember, I was watching the thing on System Shock 2
the
other day, and it was a Mandalore gaming video. And he was describing a kind of a bug fix, kind of rework mod for a lot of stuff that adds some changes to the game. And one of the changes was, like, acid droplets hurt you. I was like, man, you didn't have to add that.
Hey, maybe stop spawning enemies for, like, a fucking minute, game. Can we do that?
This is how you would grind out lives. Maybe not on this screen, but...
This isn't the worst controlling platformer run and gun game I've played on the NES. I couldn't tell you what it is offhand, but I think the rumors of how uncontrollable this is are maybe slightly exaggerated, because I haven't been struggling too bad with it thus far. It may take some time to get to the truly dire stuff.
Like, when I think uncontrollable controls for, like, a platformer, I think, like, really loosey-goosey. Like, moves too fast for its own good kind of stuff. Like, this seems just, like, awkward and deliberate. With a side of fall through a platform.
Yeah, so, is this a platform? Yes, so we fell through it. That was because we took damage from an enemy who collided with us in midair.
So you gained invincibility frames, and those invincibility frames also made you invincible to physics.
I'll go with that, for lieu of a better explanation. Yeah, this is, So that was a little, that's an example of something that's maybe a little suboptimal.
Yeah, like, you gotta land, like, to have any chance of staying on something, you gotta land, like...
Dead center on it.
Dead center, yeah.
I think that's really the issue here, is that if you land, like, 1 foot on, then you're basically guaranteed to plummet.
Yeah.
We have to find the answer by ourselves.
Say something nice.
There's not too much bad, honestly, to say at this juncture. At least the
Besides
movement
everything
and
we've talked
jumping are, like, you know where you're going to land, give or take. Like, I figured out, like, the distance on the jump relatively quickly.
Yeah, I did use deliberate when I described it.
You're immediately fighting Terminators. They're doing the Skynet flashback thing, or, the flash forward, I suppose. In terms of, like, continuity, in terms of chronology in the story. Could have this opened where the movie opened in, what year does the original Terminator take place?
I don't remember.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
Having already met Sarah Connor, you do get to that in this game, by the way. You do eventually get to Kyle Reese in street clothes. Fuck.
Oop, goodbye.
How did we get up there?
How did you get up there in the first place? Okay.
Yeah, I see how I screwed up.
There's no such thing as a second chance.
Stop using rewind.
Okay.
All right. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you basically.
No more fooling around.
Oh, you can rewind now. You basically recommended it already, but there is that Displaced Gamers video where he talks about why this game feels like it does.
Yes.
I would recommend it if you have the tolerance to listen to stuff about code that is probably over your head. It's still worth listening to.
I can follow along. I obviously don't
yeah.
speak programming language of any
yeah.
sort, but I can at least understand the principles he outlines.
Yes.
I appreciate him for that a lot.
I think Displaced Gamers is good about making that approachable.
Oh.
Like, I still don't really entirely understand when he's talking about stuff, but he explains it in such a way that I'm like, okay, I kind of follow. Like, I get what he's saying, which that I think that's very high praise of him.
Yeah, I see your comments in the chat, Metroman. You're not wrong. I think we do need to make the please to say something. The stop using rewind. I got it wrong 3 times in a row. More of an actual penalty. Like,
see, I like it being that way because it's like those. Some channels have point things that are just there to waste your points on purpose, and I consider it one of those because I know someone's going to immediately overturn it. So it's there as a joke on the audience.
this is brutal. There's this turret here. Ow. Ow! Okay, how do we get past this? Legitimately, how do we get past this when we have such little health
grenades?
to work with?
Oh, you almost had it.
Yeah, this is an instance where the delayed jump really becomes a pain in the butt. Okay, I think I get it. You need to advance the screen.
Take one to the head. Now, I'm just assuming that grenades will kill this thing.
God, I hope so. I need some crackerjack timing on this.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Although, you know what? I was gonna say a game this reminds me of, but I'm gonna save it because I know we're gonna play it on the show eventually.
Who's to say when?
Well, it depends on if we get Sci-Fi NES again.
God, yeah, this is tricky. This is where it definitely. I see that it's my error. Like, I am not playing the game by. I'm trying to play the game by its rules. I'm trying to learn what the game wants me to do, but it's not always a guarantee. It's not always as easy as it looks. Especially when you press the jump button and he doesn't jump. That definitely puts a damper on things.
You know, this was originally going to be a Journey to the Silliest game, but they lost the license.
Alright, give me the maximum amount of health here. Okay, 1. Love this song, by the way. Ah, human music. How does that not blow it up? They don't make it easy. These bad games are rarely ever easy. And this is the first goddamn stage. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking that time. You know what I'm thinking? This is what I'm fucking thinking. Okay. Nope, okay. So you take damage from intersecting with the gun, so that's not gonna work. But I don't know what angle, what height I need to toss this grenade from. I need a little more health. Because I feel like I'm gonna have to tank it. That's ultimately what we're... If I can just inch forward slightly, maybe. No, that's as far forward as we can go.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone play past the first level of this game. I don't think I've seen what more of this game looks like.
You know what? You can charge the grenade. You can cook it. You can throw it distances. If you... Are you gonna shoot me? There we go. Okay. You can start cooking it while you're in midair, too, which is actually... Unfortunately, that means it blows up in midair, too. And I'm out of grenades now. Which means, I really need to be conservative with these things in a way I was not expecting to have to be. Which... Oh, well, that's not going to help me out one bit. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is genuinely, like, frustrating. And I can see how if I was having to play this legitimately and start from the beginning of the game every time I lost all 3 of my lives, how this game would be, like, unconscionably difficult. It's getting to the point where I might just need to pause, open up the cheats, and let's do it this way, why don't we? NES. I know there's some folk who complain when the show is just me rewinding constantly and trying to trial and error stuff, but do people want to see us, like, go back to the beginning of the game every time you run out of lives? Is that, like, ideal?
Yeah, here's the thing. We were talking about the stop using rewind and the balance of that. I would be okay if we got rid of that because I'm thinking of this from a putting on a show perspective.
Yes.
And rewinding, as much as I give you grief for, like, rewinding and, like, you know, like, judging a game based on, like, well, it's not bad if I keep rewinding, like with the skating game we played in that one episode. Rewinding moves the... Ironically, rewinding moves the episode forward.
This did better goddamn work. Thank you! Alright, so now we have infinite everything. So we can see this section now, which we would not have otherwise been able to see.
And which we'd have probably lost by now. Oh god, the fact that, like, your shots just go, to put it your way, cattywampus every time you hit a bump.
So it is up and down to adjust the trajectory of the shots, left and right to adjust speed.
It has been a very, 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 very long time since I've seen Terminator 2. I never saw the first one. But those big-ass robots... Right? We've seen them in, like, the T2 game as well. I don't remember them. They're in the movie, right?
They are.
Yeah, the ones that look like Rob the Robot, kind of.
I don't think they're called hunter-killers. They might be.
Oh.
Well, that was handy.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not intended behavior on the game's part. Obviously, we would have forfeited a life there in any other circumstance, but...
Like, Mr. Taco is surprised I've never seen the first one. First of all, I don't watch a lot of movies. Second of all, I was like, what year did Terminator 1 come out?
88, 89, maybe 90. Oh,
yeah, I was like 2. So I definitely didn't watch it.
I turned off Infinite Health. 1984.
1984.
How off could I have been there?
I was not born. So I did not watch it.
You know what? I think I found a healthy compromise for the cheats here. I have infinite lives, so if we start from the beginning of the screen every time, also we have infinite grenades, because fuck it. And now you're starting to see, like, falling through platforms. You're starting to see how you can land perfectly, or seemingly perfectly, and still be punished for it.
I think this is actually a section that, if I remember correctly, I think this screen is a section that Displaced Gamers focused on in his video.
Yeah, I can see why. Like I said before, like I know approximately where I'm gonna land, but when you when you account for the fact that, you know, your character is this wide, but the actual, like, landing zone is only a certain subset of pixels within your character sprites, that's where it starts to get a little confused. can I just jump? That gray stuff in the background, not platforms.
No, of course not. Why would you think it's platforms?
These spears coming out of these tiny platforms.
I mean, be glad that this isn't a Super Nintendo game, or else you'd have foreground elements blocking everything.
Yes, that's very true. Oh, sneaky. Ugh.
Oh, did they push you?
Yes.
Ugh.
I want to get to the future or the past. It's so easy to constantly fuck that up. You find the machine and set it for Los Angeles 1984. There we go!
There you go. I don't think I have ever seen this part of the game. You know, I have never seen this part of the game.
I can't go down. I have to find holes in that element I was standing on.
Is this how it is in the movie? Again, never saw the first one. Does he go back in the past and like his immediate first instinct is run for a cop and beat him up?
Yeah, actually, he steals a shotgun or he steals a gun off of a police officer.
All right. Now these punks aren't doing anything to you.
Oh, we can switch between punch and kick. Very cool.
Are these enemies? Why are you beating up these kids?
You can't crouch in melee.
Ow. Oh, okay, never mind. All right. Well, I mean, first of all, you did hit him like several times before you retaliated with a bat, so maybe you're in the wrong here. But I think that still means it's open season on anyone with a mohawk.
I think I can just skip most of these encounters. I'm hoping I can. Can't climb up that. I thought that may have been like a ladder or a climbable pipe. I will also say these backgrounds are a little busy. A little too busy, some would say.
This was Mindscape, right?
Yes.
Who I know publisher, but not developer. But
back to the beginning of the stage.
Have good memories in my mind of seeing Mindscape on the
and
name
then being
of
like,
NES
yes,
games.
my favorite developer. Here with another banger for sure. That Mindscape, they never steer me wrong.
Let's see, what else did they put out on NES?
Let me out of here. There we go.
They did Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom on NES.
Published by Tengen, if I recall correctly, so it had one of those funky cartridges.
I
know I'm right. I know I'm correct.
I'm saying, because I'm trying to parse through this list. They did Willow for the... Not the NES version, though. According to this. They did the Amiga version.
Oh, that goddamn dog. I guess you have to kick the dog. I guess that was my fatal flaw.
Oh, you know what they did? You know, I think I know where the dread came from.
Or maybe
Captain
you can't hurt
Planet and the
dogs,
Planeteers.
Oh, yeah, those motherfuckers. I thought that was High-Tech Expression. No, High-Tech Expression was the publisher. Let's see, I got the wires crossed.
Yeah.
Even me, with my encyclopedic knowledge of bad games, it's still easy to get stuff twisted sometimes. Still easy to confuse developers for publishers and so forth. I know this isn't a very long game, for whatever it's worth. Like, this is the Tech Noir, I think.
Apparently one of their last games was Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg for PC.
I found baseballs. Which apparently worked to stun the cop. Maybe this isn't the Tech Noir. Maybe it's just like a department store. Come on, boy, go fetch.
Oh, damn it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you think this is like an Enter the Matrix situation where like this was supposed to be played in tandem with watching the movie? That really you can't understand one without the other?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, that was most video game movie tie-ins of the time were kind of contingent on knowing the source material.
But I mean, like I said, like Enter the Matrix, so the other way around too. Like you don't get the full context of the movie unless you play Terminator on the NES.
Oh, yes, I see. Yeah, this just fills in the gaps. I mean, it had the Skynet section. It had the flash forward at the beginning, so how else were you to know that John Connor was the ultimate... Not John Connor, Kyle Reese. Well, was the ultimate soldier capable of taking down dozens of T-800s. But platforming was his greatest weakness.
I wonder what the first game to do that was. To have a thing like, hey, if you want more of the details of this movie, play the game, and we meant that. Like, was it for The Matrix, or did any other movie try to do that first?
I feel like there was probably some other game that may have attempted that. Probably some Windows game. Some multimedia disc or something along those lines.
Because Fortnite definitely came out later. And that is a thing that it's never going to leave my memory banks of the fact that you had to have played Fortnite to get context for the final movie in the series.
And it is the final movie. They're never making another Star Wars, God willing.
The final movie in the what will you call
New
a 9-movie
trilogy
series? New trilogy.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I expected to happen there.
2 movies is a duology. 3 is a trilogy. 4 is a quadrilogy. So what's 9? Octa would be 8.
Whatever the Latin word for 9 is.
Which I should know.
By the way, folks,
if you know Latin, join our Discord server.
Yeah. I was going to say that, where we're trying something here, where we're sticking longer to games than we have in the past. So you let us know when you're sick of this game.
Okay. Well, maybe don't, actually. Because I think the last thing we want is for people in the crowd to be going like, boring.
Okay, yeah, fair point. Oh my god,
make it a redeem. No, maybe we make it a redeem for bits. Maybe you have to pay us.
Yeah, if anyone's willing to pay
real money,
1,000 bits right now, we'll stop playing the Terminator on NES. This is a threat. I think it's $10.
That's $10. I mean, I would.
Ow.
On the other hand, like, I wouldn't mind stopping watching you play this game for $10. That would be that's not the worst. What?
I think I figured out the secret here. There is a tempo, a pattern, a timing to this. I think I can get 3 punches in.
Vintage? Nah, I give up trying to figure out
yeah,
what I was talking about. I just imagine, like, at the end of this level, like, he just goes, what was I doing here?
This is the new LA as seen in Raid 2020. Glad these games crossed over. Watch it start me from the top of the fuck off!
In terms of what I was talking about with games that were made with the idea of filling in the blanks of movies and you were intended to play the game to see it, Elvis Culture Advisor says, I guess Shadow of the Empire was kind of marketed that way. I mean, that was based on a book.
Okay, here we go.
I guess Oh, Dick Tracy. Oh, this is...
It's not good.
No, it's kind of hard to parse, honestly.
Think about how tough it is to play. What if I just stop the car that's pulled alongside and... Ooh! I'm getting ping-ponged. I'm getting pinballed around here.
It seems like that wasn't a bad strategy, to be honest, because it's like he stopped too.
There's 4 seconds left on the clock. This is a timed level, apparently.
Is this a survive, or you have to beat him?
You are taken to the police station. Find Sarah fast. We're near the end of this game. Well, yeah.
You fell into a pit and were taken to the underground police station.
Why are we fighting the cops here?
Because you're in a police station. Who else would you fight?
Maybe the Terminator who's causing the fire. You think the police would have bigger problems to deal with?
They're overexcited. They need to work out their energy. Like, you know when a dog gets overexcited and it just starts like getting zoomies and like running around? Like, that's what the cops are doing right now.
I think it's the SNES version of Terminator, where every time you open a door, you have to hear, they have a sampled audio bit of Kyle screaming, "Sarah!" And so you hear it like 100 times before you're done with the level, because you have to open up like 100 doors. I know I posted a clip of that way back in the day on Twitter.
No, we did not play through that one. We played through all of the NES Terminator 2 one.
Yeah, Terminator 2 specifically. I'm talking Terminator 1 for either Genesis, or for SNES, or for some other 16-bit system. Fuck this.
Here we go.
How do I not have a gun at this point?
Was the Sega CD... you wouldn't say it was, but was the Sega CD Terminator good? I remember the music was good.
Yeah, it's tough as nails, but that's kind of the style of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like this would be a lot easier if you could pick up a gun. You had a gun earlier.
Yeah, and then it decided that was that made the game too easy. You know what? Let's turn the infinite health back on.
All right.
Which I don't know if that's infinite health, infinite energy, or infinite health in this list here.
Everyone gets infinite health. We are all middleman now, and we cannot die.
I'm just gonna push this forward, just force it along.
Oh, Luis says, I guess they didn't want people shooting cops. That is entirely possible. That is actually, that sounds really likely to me now.
You can shoot in other versions of the game, I can tell you that much.
What's the... It's T2 where there's, like, the part where, like, you're only allowed to shoot people in the legs, like, as a gameplay mechanic.
Are you talking like T2 the arcade game, or some other version of T2?
T2, the not arcade game. There's, like, the part where,
Which one?
I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it was the NES game. I think it was the NES game, where, like, the kid, I cannot remember these characters' names.
John Connor.
John Connor, yeah. Where John Connor tells Terminator, like, you know, no killing, and he's like, okay. So throughout the level, you can only crouch and shoot people in the knees to take them out.
That may have been the Game Boy version.
May have been.
That weird-ass Game Boy game. By the way, I'm just cheating to the max here.
Folks, check out the LJN Connection series. Which video with that? I don't know. Watch all of them.
Make sure to, yeah, I don't know. Watch it all. Just watch, how that was, what, 9 episodes? Our longest series so far? Or no, simple series was...
Well, this is our longest series so far.
I suppose so. I guess it is now, after this 10th episode, the big 1-0. This has to be it. It has to be this door.
I feel like this is unintended.
No, I think that was actually intentional. You know what I think the problem was? I need to go into that elevator again. Actually, you know what? Let me try a couple things. First of all, I'm going to go all the way to the right over here. See if they're on the first floor. Fuck.
What are you looking for? Like a fire
Sarah
extinguisher?
Connor. I'm looking for Sarah Connor. I'm just going to fall through the floor here.
Oh, that sounds like some Terminator talk to me. Whose side are you on?
I am on the machine side in this case. Knowing that human beings are capable of producing a game like this, it's pretty sobering. Skynet may have been onto something, I think.
You know what I fucking hate in general? Is when, like, companies like AI or tech companies try to be cute and name shit after like the dystopian thing. Like I've definitely heard people like name their shit Skynet. And then you have, you know, the meal replacement drink, Soylent.
Yeah.
And like, stop naming shit after the dystopia. I don't think you got the idea. I don't think you're supposed to look at Skynet and go like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure those people are necessarily media literate. I'm gonna give up on this in a minute, by the way, just because this is clearly like a maze level of some sort. Like, clearly I have to do, like, go through these doors multiple times to show up on different sides of the door, to show up in identical-looking stages, but they're different. You gotta trust me, bro. It's because all the same doors are open, and the posters, the same amount of posters, and the same walls and whatnot. You're definitely on different sides of the police station.
You're Goonies 2 in it.
Goonies 2 in it to it. If Sarah's not behind this door this time... I don't know. I don't know. I don't rightfully know.
We're wanted Reptile,
Mickey
Morpheus,
Mouse.
and Mickey Mouse.
What if I just keep going to the right? If I just keep doing the rightmost doors here. Is that the rightmost door? No. That was the rightmost door last time was completely burnt up, so maybe this time...
Maybe there are 3 layers.
You can't go through the busted doors. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's it for Terminator. We made it this far. We're so close, but if you want to see the ending of the Terminator, you have to watch the 1984 film.
Yep.
Don't, not play this game. That's not the recommendation I'm making here. I'm seeing some finallys, thank yous in the chat. We said to tell us when to stop playing the game.
And then I specifically said don't. So.
Well, who are the folk going to listen to? You, clearly. Which is by design to some extent.
And you need to listen to me because it's time for me to play.
Challenge time!
All right, and if you wouldn't mind letting me actually see the wheel.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Thank you. All right. Let's do it like this. I'm going to say stop, and then you're going to pick a random one yourself. I won't know what it is, but you won't know when I say stop.
Sure.
Got it? Okay. So, stop. It's you. Stop. Game Boy Advance. Oh, sci-fi. Sci-fi. Stop.
Action.
Action.
All right, Game Boy Advance action. I think we can do that. Let's play more X versus Sever. Ballistic X versus Sever, that is. Check out our GBA in 3D episode. We've name-dropped a lot of episodes tonight. People recommending Medal of Honor Underground? No.
No, not again. Not yet. Let me see. Action. What? Popeye? Is that an action game? I see Popeye on the list.
I don't know what other way we would define this particular Popeye game. I know this Popeye game. I guess it's technically like a race game. But you know what? For the purpose of just showing a goofy-ass game, we are going to show off Popeye Rush for Spinach. Released February 24th, 2005. Developed by Magic Pockets and published by Namco. This is an odd one. An odd-looking duck. Alright. Let's get it going. How many games have you played tonight?
1.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. I'm adjusting the volume a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it standard. We'll keep it in English. The Rush for Spinach. What a rush! quick rush, adventure, challenge, time rush, team rush options.
Okay, I'm getting some Altered Beast flashbacks from this menu.
That's just because that game traumatized you.
Yeah.
Let's go on an adventure. All your favorite Popeye characters. None of your favorite Thimbleweed Theater.
I mean, you're missing Sweet Pea and you're missing the Sea Hag.
Oh, Popeye, let's take a walk round town. Sure, it's a beautiful day. I don't got a Popeye in me. Do you? Do you have a Popeye in you? You have a Bluto?
No.
Not so fast, little man. It's me who'll be accompanying Olive Oil on a walk.
Man, dream on, fatso. Oh no, don't fight each other again! Why not have a race instead?
A race, sure, you're in for a whipping. First of the docks wins.
But if it's me who wins, you can both go home! Huh? Where are you running to? Is it mealtime already? Wait for me. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday. So, Popeye racing game.
Yep.
Oh. And it's an action game because you can punch people to slow them down.
So, this is Kirby's Gourmet Race for boomers.
Yeah, more or less. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's cheating. Oh, everyone gets one.
Oop.
Well, nope. So, what happens if Wimpy wins?
He gets a fucking burger.
Is it apropos of nothing? Like, none of our issues have been solved. Do we have to pay for the burger? That wasn't established. What is Wimpy doing here?
There's some spinach. We're catching up. Oh, here we go. Check it out. Instant skateboarding.
This is not an outfit I really would ever picture Olive Oil in.
No. It's a little off-brand. But I guess all the characters are a little off-brand here. Fuck.
Also...
Oh, that's right. Races are multi-legged.
Is Wimpy dropping landmines?
Yeah.
This is brutal. No one's holding, like, anything back for this fucking foot race that Olive Oil just decided to declare for some reason.
Wait till they go to space in this game. You go to Mars at a certain point in this progression of races of tracks.
That's not entirely out of line for a Popeye thing. He goes on all sorts of wacky places. You have a chicken.
Blatant destruction of property.
Olive Oil just, like, bursting out of the windows of buses, like, head first. Also, I guess we're establishing that the spinach works on Olive Oil, too, because it gives her a speed boost.
Well, yeah, spinach is healthy. And it would benefit anyone. It would benefit you or me.
Okay, so there had to have been some cartoon where Olive Oil had spinach and, like, got...
Oh, almost
superpowers or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe even one where Bluto did. Who knows? Like, at that point, I feel like we're in Dragon Ball Z progression territory. But, like, has Wimpy ever done it? Has Wimpy ever had, like, a Spanish burger?
That's a good idea. Pitch that to whoever's doing the Popeye comic right now.
Pitch that to Sabek if they ever get another chance.
Yeah, to get a second crack at it.
You know, speaking of, like, Sabek, and I was talking about the PlayStation Store shit earlier, when I was looking at the Coming Soon section, there was a game from Sabek on there.
I bricked it at the last second by falling into that bus. Let's see what happens if we win, because I want to see another track in this stupid game. Right? I'm sure we all do.
I mean, there's the quick race option, right?
Yeah, but...
But you want the plot.
Yeah, I need the story beats. I need to know my motivation as an actor. Crunkle. Ah, Popeye! Who is this old witch? See the sea hag? She shows up here.
You think you're smart running like that?
Is it a comma or a... What is that supposed to be a comma? Weird looking
Smart
fucking comma.
asterisk. You'll be easy meat for my ghosts. And soon they'll come and take over the whole town.
Ghosts? But that's terrible. Quick, let's catch her. She has to be stopped.
Your impression straying further and further from God's light.
Yeah. That's why they call me the streamer of 1,000 voices.
I thought you were gonna land on that boat too. No one, for it being a race, no one really seems to be in that much of a rush. Like their animations.
Yeah, despite the title being The Rush for Spinach.
Oh, treasure chest? Okay.
Yeah, I think you can pick up keys and you get bonus items from those or something.
What did Popeye have? Okay, several questions. One, did Popeye have headphones on when he was running that? All right, I have more questions. First one, did Popeye have headphones on when he was running that skateboard? Two, did Popeye just deck Olive Oyl?
Yes.
When he ran past her? And three, can Olive Oyl just run on water like Jesus?
I think the AI are making bad moves all around. It's also fucked that they all hit Olive Oyl. They all are completely content to this, like, kick her, punch her, knock her out, just anything to win the race.
Just imagine the sea hag is off to the side, like, you know, like, I'll take over the entire town. Why are they running? Why are they running around in a lap? What are they?
Why are they punching each other out? Shouldn't they be focused on me?
Did he just punch his girlfriend? Okay, well, I'm still gonna take over the town.
It's hard to tell what objects are foreground,
Yes.
which ones are background.
Absolutely. Oh, that.
No! Oh, wait. I think you're supposed to jump off of it before it explodes, and I forgot. Like, let me see here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So you can transfer off of it effectively.
So we had some people researching some stuff. Apparently, according to the Popeye wiki, thank you, Video Game King, Olive Oyl eats the spinach so she can beat up the sea hag. And she did that because Popeye doesn't hit women. So this game definitely gets the lore wrong.
Sea Hag's just patiently waiting for us. Mithrimkin.
You can't take the pace, you miserable snails. You need to do some desert training. Hey, presto, shazam! Copyright.
This doesn't look like a desert to me. That's an Aztec statue, clearly. And I wouldn't quantify that as the desert.
Well, the background is a desert, for sure.
Oh, where are we? Ah, she's played a dirty trick on us. We're in the middle of the desert, see?
How are we gonna get back?
I don't know. Oh, wrong character. I don't know, but I'd better be quick, because I'm hungry.
Let's just run around in a circle, see what happens.
What does the chicken do?
No idea.
Oh, it turned Popeye into a chicken.
Damn.
So, if you collected the spinach in the car, did the car eat the spinach?
I guess so. We put spinach in the engine. I mean, you've heard of those cars that run on hemp. Why not a car that runs on spinach?
You know what one of my favorite Something Awful articles back in the day was? From the front page? It was, the article was like, the concept it was like, yes, I'm the guy who lives in the Popeye house. And he talks about how much his life sucks as a result of it. And the only description of the house is, if you want to know what it looks like, just imagine what the Popeye house looks like, and that's it. He talks about like how anyone who talks to him always does the Popeye laugh, and he has heard it so many times done in so many wrong ways that it is driving him crazy. And he like describes each and every one of them. Like the one that always sticks up to me was like described the life as egg, 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 EGG.
Well, thank God they haven't heard my Popeye laugh. So, K4 Boom in chat says this game is alright. Yeah. It's not good, though.
This game is weird.
The weird concept, not the best execution.
Yeah, it seems really clumsy.
Yes. It's basically impossible to avoid a lot of the damage here. I think a big problem is that these sprites, for as nice and big and detailed and well animated as they are, they should have been roughly like 25%, 50% smaller.
Yeah, that was the problem a lot of Game Boy and Game Boy Family games had. Just the sprites were too big
for that goddamn screen.
There was a period of time where I was making like fake mock-ups of Game Boy games, and that was a problem I had early on with it too. Was when I was doing that, like I made the sprites way too big, and like looking at it, I could tell like something looks wrong, right? Like, and I realized, yeah, this would suck to play because the sprites are so huge you wouldn't be able to see anything, like on screen. You wouldn't be able to react to anything, which I think is a problem that this game is sort of butting up against.
As they often do.
You know what was a good game for dealing with that issue? It was Batman on Game Boy, like the original Batman on Game Boy, because the Batman sprite was tiny. It was like the tiniest sprite you could possibly have while still conveying that it is Batman, but it made the gameplay work so much better.
Alright, I'm through with the story. And this is where the game starts to get vertical. I think the next stage is the Mars stage, but I think we've shown off enough of Popeye's rush for spinach.
Alright. What?
Whoop.
Oh, I thought you canceled each other out.
So not the worst game we've played tonight. That's still gonna go to... I'm thinking about this, actually. You know what? I'll save my thoughts for the end of the show, since we're getting in the routine of doing that at the end of the show, of saying what games were the best and worst. So we'll save our thoughts, even though I think people know.
I'm gonna have to remember what we played tonight. Once we get there.
I'll review them for us at the
Okay.
end. I'd say we probably have about 2 more games we're gonna play tonight. Unless something really catches our fancy or something really repulses us.
Yeah. It's your spin.
Challenge time!
Sure is. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Well, it didn't. I pressed them on my Stream Deck, but didn't stop the second block. So we know you're going to be playing a Game Boy Advance game. We know that much for sure.
All right. What's the theme?
Horror. A horror game, or anything with like spooky elements to it.
I'm getting all the horror stuff, and I'm fine with that. But what will we go with? You try to convince me of something else. If you can't, then I already know what I want to do.
How about you tell me what you want to do?
Well, horror in a sense. Fear Factor.
Oh, that's a good choice, yeah. I mean, it has fear in the name.
Yeah.
What could be more horrible than that? This is Fear Factor Unleashed by DC Studios. No, not Detective Comics Studios, just DC Studios. Published by Hip Interactive, November 19th, 2004. I don't know if you're ready for this one.
Well, I'm ready for this one. I just took a sip of water. I'm definitely ready for this.
I'm just glad I don't have to play it. I'm just glad I finally got a break.
Now, have you ever watched this show?
I'm sure I caught it once or twice on the old television set.
I definitely never saw the show.
Well, I absolutely have to lower this one in the mix. It's anytime any of these games try to use sampled audio.
Yeah. right, yep. That would be Nintendo A and B.
Sick baseline. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, listen, if there's any smell-based ones, like, I have a head up here.
Yeah.
Because there's no-nos.
That will be an advantage. Go ahead.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be doing bad things to this character, so I don't want to see it happen to her. I'm gonna go with the guy.
All right. Ooh, customization.
Damn.
You want to just go with Duke?
Let me see if there's any reason why I don't want to go with Duke. Nah, we're betting on Duke. Oh, I gotta... Picks, locks, and balances with ease. Keep a cool head in the most difficult situation. Eat the foulest things without breaking a sweat. And keep your cool during demanding action stunts. Okay, so what would Duke be? What would Duke be?
Nerves of steel.
Nerves of steel, yeah. You know, let's do a baseline of 5 for everything.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
probably.
think, what are we... Oh, you know what? Yeah, we just do a base of 5 for everything. I was gonna say, and then we go into like, okay, what should we drop to keep this Duke nuking me? But no. Oh, select a phobia. Okay, what do I have? What phobia do I have today? I'm afraid of water. All right.
Damn. It's a fucking puddle. This sucks.
And now I get to the menu. Wait, was I actually choosing a phobia for my character and not like a mini game?
I think you were. I think that was deciding your character's phobia from here into eternity.
Oh, can we go back just so we can like take a look at what those phobias were? I didn't know that.
Okay.
Can we rewind? If we can get like some idea here. Phobia, heterophobia. So yeah, it looks like we got spiders, heights, claustrophobia.
Let's stick with claustrophobia.
Yeah. Water. Okay. All right. So, was there anything else under options that I wanted to do?
No, it was just comments on or off.
Okay.
We want to keep
let's
those
go
on.
With play. Fear factor, practice factor, custom factor, or multiplayer factor.
Fear factor. Compete to become the FFU champion.
Competes to become the fuck you champion. Get this again.
FMV so nice, we gotta see it twice.
3 women. 3 stunts. 3 people are gonna have to miss out on doing stunts, unfortunately. Didn't realize we were gonna have guests over. You 6 people have been brought here for one reason.
Give me a Joe Rogan impression.
I don't have one. Stare fear in the eyes. You could. Nope, really don't have one. As you compete for the title of Fear Factor Unleashed Champion, to win the title, you must complete 3 extreme stunts. These stunts will not only test you physically, but mentally as well. If you're too afraid to attempt a stunt, you are eliminated. If you try a stunt but fail to complete it, you're gone. But if you do succeed, you advance to the next round and are that much closer to winning the title. Joe Rogan hosted this show? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, this was one of his big breaks back in the day.
Do you have a Joe Rogan voice in you?
Hey, Jamie, pull up that clip. That's all I got. Fight.
Fright train. Fright. I thought so too, but you were tied to the tracks in front of an oncoming speeding train. Undo all the locks that hold you in place and escape before the train. Like, we can play this game like it's like a televised snuff film if we wanted to. But press the left control and right control to turn the lock barrels and A to move the shaft. Make sure you control your fear meter by pressing L and R to move the arrow from side to side.
Okay, Steel.
I'm done.
Oh, come on, Charlie.
You're gonna rewind me. I was scared. I was afraid.
Who is Steel anyway? I thought, like, Charky.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the point of putting a name
wait,
in?
I just realized. Nope, never mind. Okay. I'm nervous. I gotta remember what my therapist told me. Think of left and right bumpers.
That's padlock 1.
So here's the thing. You know how it said steel?
Yeah.
This isn't me. You have to watch every contestant.
Are you not playing this?
No, I'm not playing. This is Steel, not Charky. Yeah, that's the thing of this game. You watch every contestant play this game.
I hope one of them gets fucking killed.
It might be Charky.
Can you, like, press start to skip?
Okay, I can press A to skip.
Oh, okay. Well, if he lost... Okay, let's see.
It might be random. It might be randomized each time. We don't know.
It could be. I'll fast forward.
Yeah. Fast forward until, like, he gets close. Oh, no, he's freaking out. He's freaking out.
Doing great. Don't stop.
You're doing great.
Well, he did sign a contract.
We've got to send you packing. Whatever's left of you, anyway.
We got to send you packing in this coffee tin.
They sure were eliminated.
How did Peaches do?
They did well, apparently. They're not dead.
All right, Juno. This is bad design.
Yeah, you don't say.
Juno, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, Snake. Wait. No, we had Steel earlier.
Gotta say bye-bye.
We gotta say bye-bye. All right. Turkey, you're up.
Don't forget your meter at the bottom. Tap R.
Ah, yeah.
Doing great. Don't stop.
Tap R.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you gotta move faster.
Good job.
Thank you. All right. You
got
got real lucky. You have no natural talent. If I didn't fuck up that one input, I would have gotten that. Creepy conveyor belts. The conveyor belt on the left has creepy crawly maggots that need to go to the conveyor belt on the right. Your task is to transfer at least 80 of the maggots using only your mouth. Take up to 3 mouthfuls per transfer. Left control pad and right control pad moves you across the room. A picks up and spits out bugs. Be careful not to overdo it, or you may virtually vomit if your fear meter goes crazy.
I hope we get some FMV maggots on screen.
Nah. Okay, Steel. So we get the benefit of at least seeing how the game is played first. You just...
Wow, what a fucking loser. Get the fuck out of here, Steel.
Well, alright. It's getting... The competition is really thinning out at this point.
It's very necessary that they dressed her in just a bikini.
No average Mitch said, yeah, I'd lose this one right away. Yeah, this is a thing where I would probably not go on the show in the first place.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't audition for this one. I would probably, I think the secret here is only do 2.
My question is, why did he throw up without the fear meter? Yeah, what's going on of throwing up here? Like, the fear meter isn't maxed out. She didn't even have anything in her mouth. Is it just random?
It might be.
I mean, maybe that's because of the stats, right? Anyway, well, we'll...
That's what I'm talking about. Alright, just skip Juno, then,
Yeah. So maybe if I had more stomach stats, I could probably safely take 3 of them.
Very nice meeting you.
Gone.
Sorry.
All right. Took 57 seconds.
Oh, we're supposed to transfer them. I thought it was just a free meal.
Yeah. Wow, it tastes like... Oops. I hit A again by accident. It was a throw up.
I see.
I'm going to ask you for a rewind in a second. Can I just sit here and start throwing up constantly?
I mean, that's impressive. In a sense.
All right. Would you mind rewinding me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to see if it would let me constantly throw up.
Gross little game, isn't it?
Oh, you know, it tastes like banana pudding. God damn it. I keep forgetting that the fucking...
You only gotta up chuck once when you make it to the conveyor belt.
Yeah. I keep thinking I need to spit out as many mouthfuls as I have on me. I don't know why the computer was just vomiting in the middle of the floor, because it seems to be that you just don't press A again.
It's tricky. They're over enthusiastic.
Well, I definitely won.
A little jump. Adorable.
Wait, how? I didn't take 59 seconds. Helicopter. Buckle up and pilot your helicopter through. Oh, well, I've been trained for this. A gauntlet of obstacles consisting of cars, trucks, flamethrowers, and tunnels and wildly spinning steel bars. Left and right to move from side to side. A to accelerate vertically. Release A to descend. Oh, is this?
You mean the Flash game?
Yeah.
All right, let's watch her crash, burn, and die. Huh?
I hit A. Skip.
Oh. Okay.
I accidentally hit A to skip because I foolishly thought I would get to play the video game.
Now we don't know what time you need to be because I didn't pay attention, but
me neither. I wish the camera showed me a little bit more.
Yeah, very awkward positioning. You need to go under.
I need to make the helicopter go up. Don't need to go under. I mean, I could have gone under, I guess, but... Oh, we're getting into irritating stick territory now. And not a lot of consequence for, like, just running head-on into this stuff.
Yeah, it's not like the helicopter has a health meter or anything.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the way you do it.
Those Fear Factor bastards are gonna pay for banging up my helicopter ride.
That is not the exit.
You gotta land on that. You gotta land on that pad.
Congratulations, Charkie. Alright. Oh, I won.
Video Game King asks, why does the helicopter look like Duke Nukem? Because it's red? That's...
What are these shots of? Rat. Charky, you've avoided being crushed by a train, had some really nasty stuff in your mouth, and piloted a helicopter through really tiny tunnels. It's time for you to actually play Fear Factor.
Here's your
ticket. You are a Fear Factor Unleashed champion, and evidently fear is not a factor for you.
Tell me that's the ending. Tell me that's the entire game.
Congratulations. Next difficulty level unlocked. That's it. That's the game.
Let me see customer practice. So we can see what other games are in this.
Yeah, let's go practice. Alright. We have the train.
12 of them.
Hitting the pendulum. Teeter totter. Keep your balance. Straight jacket escape. Grows up buffet, which we did already. Creepy conveyor. Wait, no. This is... One of these is not the one we played.
Creepy Conveyor is the one we played. Gross Up Buffet is not.
Runaway Train. Truck Relay. Helicopter Havoc.
Make like the Ape Man.
Ape Man. Hydro Horror. Just a peaceful day on the water.
Not.
Vertigo Kart. And Helicopter. If we had to see one more of these, which one would you want to see?
Pit in the Pendulum, because I want to see your character get fucking dissected. I want to see your character get split.
Okay.
At the torso.
Do it on easy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's the same thing as the train one.
Yeah, it really is, huh?
Keep it up.
Wow, they really give you a lot of time on this one.
Oh, it is on easy.
Good.
All right. I gotta just make sure it's lined up. Make sure.
Is that it? Is that where it cuts
That's
off?
it. That's where it cuts off.
Cowards game. All right, let's see one more. I want to see the. I don't know. We have so many choices. Maybe the go-kart one.
Go-kart? Okay.
Because I just imagine the driving in this game being fucking horrible.
So we go with the default, which I guess is easy. You must race around a go-kart track. Woo! Suspended 300 feet above the desert floor. Okay. Complete a number of laps, but don't leave the track. It's a long way down. Left and right, A to accelerate and B to brake.
So
And
it's
control
gonna be
the
top
steering
down.
meter. Yes. Goodbye. I left the oven on.
One life remains.
Oh, this is bad. Maybe the idea is that it's scary that you don't know where the it's gonna turn or something like that. But this is bad for a racing game.
I want to try that.
Take it easy. Yeah, you try it.
Oh wait, no. Bad menu design, by the way. Can I just say? I'll play it on medium too, because I'm cool like that.
Oh, you got jumps now. And remember, you have to manage your fear meter too with left and right on the shoulders.
Doing great. Don't stop.
Now, I think this probably wasn't an actual one on the show.
No, probably not. They don't have the budget to suspend a
entire go-kart track with jumps 300 feet above a desert.
Yeah, it sounds like that'd be a liability nightmare for one thing.
Yeah, they also don't have the budget for their insurance for that.
All right, how many laps do I have to do?
I don't think they said. I don't remember if they said. I would bet 3 laps. That's my hunch.
I'm gonna say this doesn't control well. It doesn't control like the worst.
No, it's the camera that... The fact that it's so zoomed in.
I kind of like having to balance the fear meter, I'm gonna be honest. I think it is an interesting wrinkle. I think I got this.
It still says L1, even though
I think
you
that's
did
live,
just finish.
isn't it?
No, it says 0 lives remaining once you crashed.
I'm just brute forcing those. I don't give a fuck.
Is it scaring you to hit those?
Terrified. I think it does affect the
gameplay-wise,
meter.
but
Yeah.
you just had to see what that was, what that would do to you.
Yeah, I was curious. Curiosity killed the Cass.
Okay, so that entire lap you did the second time around didn't count because you fell off.
Fucking hell.
Well, that
Yeah,
lap definitely
well.
doesn't count either because you're dead.
That's alright. That's okay. You're going home in a coffee can. Is that going to do it for Fear Factor Unleashed?
I think so.
I think that was Fear Factor Unleashed. Fear is not a factor for us because we're dead now.
That seems like a game that would disappoint you if you got it.
If you are a huge Fear Factor fanatic.
Yeah. Or if you were a child who got a game from the parents.
At least it had variety. At least it had 12 minigames in it.
It did, but they're very slight. Some of the minigames are the exact same.
That's true. So maybe realistically it had like 6 in it. Alright, whose turn is it?
It is my turn to see the wheel and play.
Chow's time!
It's not really a wheel.
Yeah, I know. We keep doing this. I think we're both guilty of this. All right. Well, you're gonna need to move OBS to a place where I can see it.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna do the classic 1, 2, 3. All right.
Okay.
All right. Give me a console.
PC engine.
All right. Give me a theme.
Sci-fi.
And who's playing it?
Fuck.
Yay, I get to go take a pee break. All right, what are we playing, though? What are you playing?
Yeah, let's find out. I'm really getting the short end of the stick tonight. At least it hasn't landed on SNES, so I,
That's correct. Yeah.
count my blessings where I got them.
We never landed on GBA, Sci-Fi, and U, so we never closed the loop on that one.
I think I got one. And I'm going to struggle to pronounce the name of this one. But I know we've already done Moto Rotor 2. Mm-hmm. We've already done Keith Courage and Alpha Zones. But we have not done Veigues Tactical Gladiator.
I would guess Veigues.
Veigues. It's ambiguous. How this fucking word is pronounced.
I think I've seen you play this game before, potentially.
This was developed by
you'll find out.
Victor Musical Industries and published by NEC in 1990.
Oh, it's a musical game.
Yeah, I wish. All right, you go take your pee break. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Have to get Veigues up in here. Give me a second to adjust volume, folks at home. This should be good, hopefully. Yeah, I think I got it mostly leveled. Game art programmed by Bits. Okay. Interesting. So I know Bits. I couldn't tell you their games offhand, but Bits I'm familiar with. I think they did a couple LJN Connection games as well. Getting a little bit of a demo here. Alright, so that's what we're in store for. It has giant robots in it. Oh my god, it's like Men in Black. You have to do a whole animation every time you turn. Also, how do I make it turn? That bit's unclear. What does the other button do? Oh, the down button turns. It is down to turn left and right. Otherwise, you are just moving. Alright, so we have two weapons. The Vinner and the Salud. I wonder if this is like a punch. Or a shotgun. We'll never know. We do have our jump, of course. Not terrible out the gate. Again, I don't love the fact that the turn is super delayed. I get that they want you to be able to, like, shoot. To be able to move and adjust the distance at which you're shooting. And also to be able to shoot behind is important. But I would have just found any other way. Also, the inability to crouch is definitely questionable. Shoot down to in any way affect targets at the bottom of the screen. Oh, wait! Pushing both buttons together. Okay, so there is an answer to it, at least. There is a way. So that's good to know. If only Men in Black on the Game Boy Color had... it had the foresight. Had the same number of fucking buttons on the controller. High energy near. I saw the alarm message. Should I punch it? Yeah, I think the punch might be effective. There we go. Easy peasy. Oh, and an upgrade system? You spoil me, game. Why do I have this under bad? This seems at least tolerable.
This is definitely not the game I thought I remembered seeing you play.
No damage done. Did I not take any damage?
Did you not dish out any damage?
I definitely killed 59 enemies, so...
Did you damage them?
Who's to say? What do we want to upgrade? Shit. The vernier or the shield?
The Werner Herzog.
Can't upgrade the right arm. That's automatically updates. But you know what? Can I not say, like, that's good enough for me? Do I have to spend all my points? No.
You know, I wish I had a Werner Herzog impression in me. Not just the voice, but the ability to ad-lib the shit he says.
Got enemies on the ground this time around.
This is like when you go to a doggy daycare and they all kind of swarm you.
Going to the cat island and getting buried by cats.
Alright. Hypothetical. You go to Japan. You have the opportunity to go to only one animal island. Which one do you go to?
Cat.
Cat. Now let me complicate matters a little bit. You don't have to think about what animal islands do exist. You could make up an island. Let's say any animal island exists.
Oh, okay, that is a complicating factor, to be sure. If they had an opossum island...
Possum Island does sound good. You ever see videos of, like, possums, like, cuddling up to humans?
Yes.
You ever see the video... Wait, the video of the guy where the guy is sitting in a chair and he's wearing, like, a baseball cap? And, like, the possum is, like, resting on, like, the back of the sofa, and he's, like, hugging the guy's hat, and he, like, keeps, like, licking the hat and then rubbing his face into it and licking the hat and rubbing his face into it.
Oh, he actually died.
Like,
I'm so distracted thinking about possums.
I'll leave.
Oh my god, it sends you back to the beginning of the game if you die. That's wild. I see what happened, though. Because I have the shield, and then I have my health. So that's how I took no damage the first time. I never let my shield run out.
I'm gonna have to link you to that video later, just in case.
Please do.
Like, the possum is, like, trying to love that guy with so much force that he has to, like, hold the cap down on his head real hard because the possum is just gonna, like, take it right off.
That's a good possum. Okay, I'm beginning to see why this game is not super highly rated. Because it is very basic at a certain point in terms of the actual gameplay. Oh, we lost our head, look. Our head blew
head
up.
sensor hit. Can you get it back?
I'm sure they're going to repair it between.
Is that what your vernier is?
I think vernier is health, and shield is the recharging shield, that once that's drained, it starts to get into our health.
Damage report. Head gone.
Repair done.
Repair done. Like more of a replacement than a repair, but...
Oh, now we have 15 points. Why would I
Seems
upgrade
interesting.
these?
Maybe that... I don't know. Good question. That could be a situation where a manual would have helped.
I'm just gonna max out health and shield. Shit.
Was this... Do you know if this was a... Is this a USA release?
Yeah, this came out in TurboGrafx 16. I'm sure it came out on PC Engine first. I'm sure this was made for Japan. This happened to get localized. But yes, Americans did have the option to play this game. Assuming they had a TurboGrafx 16. Which no one did.
Which most didn't.
Except my cousin.
This is one of the situations with, like, with the language they're using. Like, I couldn't tell if it was just a Japanese game that coincidentally has all English, or if it's just, like, the English localization not done great, but serviceably regardless. Oh, I guess that's where you would do your left arm if you wanted to punch. you wanted to focus on like a melee build.
I suppose so. I suppose that is an option. Yeah, this is conceptually, I think this is pretty neat. I see how someone could enjoy this, but I think it is just exceedingly basic in terms of the gameplay loop. I hate to say it, but I think it needed, like, platforming or jumping. Oh, check this out, though. If you start shooting in midair, you can...
Oh, yeah. Well, now your argument's invalid, because they've added a whole new layer.
I don't know, this is one of those games there's not much to say about, as it turns out.
Does that mean it's a game that we move on from?
Well,
after this boss?
Wait, I can't turn around in midair is a problem. A shortcoming of the controls.
Ooh.
I think I'm just gonna have to sacrifice inflicting damage a little bit here. And just accept that there are times where the enemy is going to be on the side of the screen that I don't want them to be on. Boss fights also leave a little something to be desired here. Video Game King mentions that it's possibly worth mentioning that this was originally a PC-88 game where I'm sure it moved at like 2 frames per second and did not have smooth scrolling in any capacity. And was probably nowhere near as playable. Killed 70 enemies there. Did we lose one of our weapons? No, okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting rewarded so much. I feel like they're giving me so many points to spend. Yeah, why would I not just... I'm doing enough damage. We're moving.
You want to keep playing?
I don't know.
Enjoying yourself?
I'm not necessarily enjoying this, is the thing. I don't hate it.
Enjoying not playing something worse?
Yeah, that's kind of where it comes to, isn't it? That's... Oh, I lost one of my 6 shields.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think we can stretch this out to another 30 minutes.
Nah, you know, you're right. We should play another game. We should give the people some true suffering. We're not suffering enough during the Veigues tactical gladiator. And oh, what a tactical gladiator we are. The tactics I had to employ there, boy howdy. That's really the thinking man's PC Engine game. Whose turn is it?
Your turn.
To play.
Chance time!
Get those blocks a-rolling. I'm gonna close my eyes, I'm gonna press the buttons. And then when I open up my eyes, I will know the truth. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, some new stuff here. There's Okay, so a GameCube game. First of all. Specifically, a GameCube fantasy game. Well, I know one.
That's such a slow burn of a start. And I see all those. We were planning something for those.
I think it's alright if we sneak preview at least one of these. Whichever one, though. Which one we pick. Battletank 09 in chat saying Wind Waker? Come on. What show do you think this is?
I think... Oh, well, I can't see him. Alright.
I think, given that it's dealer's choice...
I would say not those last two. Not the last two on those lists. Any of the other 3.
I can't tell what... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think this is the one. I think, folks, we're going to have to go with Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. Developed by Taurus Games. Published by Activision in November 21st, 2006. Waka66 saying Darkened Sky. That was the first one I thought of.
Yeah,
but
that's the one I said was a slow burn.
The slowest of slow burns. All right, you ready for a Shrek game on the stream?
Absolutely.
You like
we
Shrek?
We will revisit Shrek. I saw the first Shrek movie. I think I liked it.
I did not give a shit about the first Shrek, and then I watched none of the later ones.
I've only seen the first one.
And
I think I liked it.
And because this is dealer's choice, I'm gonna make you play the first race or two, and then we'll do multiplayer. How's that sound?
All right. Sure. I will need a controller.
Oh, you certainly will. I'll make myself player 2 in this case, and make you player 1. Waggle those control sticks for me.
Let me get. No. I wish it was a little easier in Dolphin to tell what controllers are what. No.
Try it anyway. Try pressing a button.
Well, that worked.
I'm absolutely going to have to adjust the volume on this.
Oh, me too. That's quiet. All right. Oh, what? Okay. Movie footage. Movie footage.
Warning, warning, movie footage.
Okay, so start doesn't work.
No, that's because I'm out of the window right now adjusting volume.
Oh, okay.
Try it now.
Start still doesn't work.
Cool. But you were controlling other stuff before. Give me some waggle.
I was controlling the A button. That's the only thing I had going for me.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong controller here.
Yes.
We will figure this out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Try now.
Nope.
Cool. Yeah, Dolphin can suck me. I just want to say that configuring controllers, swapping stuff on the fly, absolutely untenable. And I just hate the interface. I hate it with all my heart. Give me button.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
Give me an A.
Now.
B.
Mm-hmm.
X. Y. Z.
Yep.
Start. D-pad up. D-pad down. Left. Right. Analog stick up. Analog stick down. Analog stick left. Analog stick right. C stick up. C stick down. Left. Right. L trigger. R trigger. That's good.
Yep.
If this doesn't work, then I'll...
There we go. Would you like to create some save data?
Yeah,
sure.
Go ahead. Fucking ruin my memory card.
Your actual memory card that is
that I plugged into my
a
PC.
USB thing. Actually, got a custom case that has like a GameCube memory card slot built into it. See those controls real quick? Well, alright, that's not really controls.
Yeah, what a range.
Not gonna actually play a turn, but let's go. We got Shrek, we got Donkey, we got Princess Fiona, we got Gingy, the
Puss in Boots, but
Puss
they're
in
locked.
Boots. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Pinocchio.
Okay, I'll
Three
trust
Little
you.
Pigs.
Human Fiona? Don't know. Let's go with the Happy Couple.
Yeah. All right, breathalyzer.
Now, is this movie footage?
No.
You sure?
Yes. I mean, look at it.
Oh,
I know, it's so close to the movie, that's why I'm asking.
looking a little blue in the face there.
Definitely not Mike Myers.
Oh, boy, that was tough. Jeez, I need to practice more. But I'll beat you one day, Shrek. Just you wait.
Okay, Gingy, whatever you say.
Hey, look what I found!
Oh.
Magic dust out a giant bullfrog's nostril.
Okay.
Same voice actor, same,
I've ever heard.
Careful.
I don't know. Wait, it's Eddie Murphy in this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Eddie Murphy is Donkey.
I will. But first, it's time for breakfast. And I've got a hankering for corned beef hash, pancakes, and...
Same voice actor who voiced him in the Norbit video game.
There's a Norbit video game?
No.
Oh, you got me excited.
If there was a Norbit video game, we'd be playing that every night. This would be the Norbit Game Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's supposed to be a snail?
Stop! Donkey! Stop! I'm suddenly not hungry anymore.
Donkey, look what you've done. Now what are we going to do?
We're gonna have to race now.
That's what you're gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Wow, any pretense to race.
Okay, you're mad at it. But look on the bright side. It's gonna be much easier finding your shoe size now.
That's all the plot you need, right? That's as much preamble, pretext?
Well, hopefully we'll get more plot in the endings. The individual endings of the character.
Alright, Donkey, make your wish. And Mephisto, or whoever, who's the bad guy in Twisted Metal?
Calypso?
Calypso.
Whoa, okay, alright. It's forward on the analog stick to go forward.
And that's intuitive.
Right trigger is jump. Oh, well, that hit actually saved me. Okay. Left trigger makes you drop a item behind you, unless both of the items I collected just coincidentally happen to be items dropped behind you. Oh, you have to account for that. Okay, you can't just hold forward there. You have to move based on where the camera is and where your character is facing. Okay, B is brake. Okay. Y is take the bloodlust. Like, accept the fact that you want to destroy others and swing your sword. Just laugh about
style.
it. Okay. A doesn't seem to do anything.
Chef Chelios asks, is the Bad Game Hall of Fame aware of a musician named Blorg? Can't say that I am, personally.
I would look to see how it's spelled, but...
B-L-O-R-G. It might be Blorhay.
Oh, that... Yeah, okay, I don't understand how these loop-de-loops work.
You got turned around. This is heinous.
Forward.
This is worse than Sonic
holding
06,
forward.
these loop-de-loops here.
Okay, you do just hold forward. It is very strange. Lord, that almost sounds familiar. Almost, I don't know. Okay, so left trigger is just use the item that you have. You would think A would do something, right? It is the biggest button on the entire controller.
And the least necessary.
Oh, who's up for some spin the tail on the donkey?
What do you mean, donkey? You're donkey. What do you mean who's up for some pin the tail on the donkey? What do you want them to do to you?
More tails.
Okay, shield. Oh, this music. You know what? I'm excited to hear what this music sounds like after this band's done warming up. Something about those loop-loops feels very wrong. Okay, hold L for this one. It looks like I have a boost meter or something. Is it? Oh, ooh. Okay.
An error occurred. FIFO is overflowed by gather pipe. CPU thread is too fast.
Okay. Z looks behind you. Don't look behind you.
Look, I can just ignore that error.
I have some meter built up, and I don't know. And I've lost some of it. Well, I don't understand to play this. You ready for multiplayer?
Yeah, sure. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just making sure my controller is... Yeah, that's as good as I'm gonna get. Okay. Continue.
I'm sorry, I was looking up what Lorg was. Someone linked to it in the chat. I think I have seen someone mention it before.
I wonder if this is going to force you to the next race anyway, even though you came in last.
Probably, yep.
That is okay, game. We're just going to go right back to the menu, if that's all right.
I'm going to go back home with my now tiny wife. Wait. Yeah, multiplayer. Okay. Quick race.
Oh, there's also a battle mode, too, so we have options.
Oh, we're going to have to download a full save of it.
Yes.
We're going to have to download a full save of this. Holy shit. Okay. So what do we have? We have the swamp, we have the green forest, we have the haunted woods, the suburbs of far, far away, the downtown of far, far away, far, far away castle.
And then who knows what the other tracks are. Let's do the haunted woods.
Yeah, I wonder what other variations of far, far away. Alright, 2-player. Alright.
I'll be Fiona. Oh.
Whoop. Nintendo. Okay, you'll be Fiona?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be Shrek.
No profile. Alright, a racing game where you have to hold up to move forward. Okay?
Yes. Like you're running.
Like the Casper racing game that we played.
Yeah. Like Running Wild, I think. Been a little bit since I played Running Wild.
I've got toenails at the top.
The camera is so low.
Far away from me.
Do you think we can switch to the horizontal? You think if we pause, go to options?
No.
No option for horizontal split screen.
Nope.
Because who fucking needs it, right?
If we had a third person, then we could have little squares.
I've got toenails that are tougher than you.
They chose the worst possible choice. They had 2 choices and they chose the wrong one for how to split the fucking camera in this game.
Like, it seems like in this, like, I think when I was doing that other race as Donkey that it wasn't quite so low to the ground like this. I think I got blue shelled. Whatever the equivalent is.
This is pretty heinous.
Wish they would say more things than what they do say.
Well, I think I lost the race.
Well, it's a 2 of 5, 3 of 5, so. Yeah, this vertical is not good, especially if you want to know like who's coming up on your sides.
If you want to know anything, like what's in front of you, because everything is scaled so small that until it is like a foot in front of your face, you have no idea.
Theoretically, this would be better for what's in front of you, in theory, but it doesn't really work that well. And also, like, oh god, I got so far behind.
It's also barely controls.
Okay, that power-up didn't work the way I thought it was going to work. Yeah, this is a case where I think I would actually want, more lateral information. Like, if I go to the right, am I going to hit a wall or something?
I've got toenails that are tougher than you.
I'm in first place somehow.
Yeah, it seems to, like... Your ability to go from one place to the other seems, pretty quick. Cacophonous.
The wall of noise. Just like all children's animated features are in my mind.
I've got toenails that are tougher than you.
Remember that? Oh, whoop! I'm up here now.
I can still control the game despite having won the race. I can just.
Remember that Puss in Boots? Puss in Boot. that Puss in Boots movie that came out semi-recently.
Yes.
I remember hearing people I remember hearing people praise it for saying like, oh, there's a really realistic depiction of a panic attack in that movie. I was like, oh, cool. Why? For the children's movie? Why do we want the really realistic depiction of a panic attack?
Go back to multiplayer.
I mean,
battle.
Meet for friends in dedicated battle arenas. The swamp, the faraway arena, the factory of the dragon arena.
Give us a dragon.
All right. I'm gonna be Donkey.
Donkey's your main. I'll be Gingy just to mix things up. Then we'll be done after this.
Finally. All right. Nope.
All right, R to jump. Got it.
Yes.
I have a pumpkin, and I'm not afraid to use it once I find out where the fuck you are.
Yeah, this is another one of those cases where lateral information would be more important than vertical information. Also, like a mini-map or something.
Did you just die when you crash into my thing? Did it respawn? Oh.
Got a gnome?
I found a farting frog.
I can't tell if that's coming in on me or not.
I think not. Or maybe
yeah,
yes.
I think it did. And that was like in the arena for a very long time. Wait, what killed me?
The bird I summoned like 20 seconds ago. It's just, yeah, just basically like trigger whatever item you pick up, just trigger it straight away. Ice doesn't kill me, by the way, so that's useless. Which is good to know. Right, you also have melee attacks, but why would you use that when all the attacks seem to be like...
Please, just...
God.
Well, that one was just a straight shot. You're gonna win this one.
You don't say.
Alright, let's see if that kills you. I just fucking launched it. Something you did like 10 minutes ago just killed me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for something that you did in the last race we did to kill me.
To come out. You lost a point because you fell in the lava.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep, I sent that bird out like 15 seconds ago.
It persisted between lives, too. So that's good to know, I guess.
Melee is useless for this.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Please get the thing.
I've gotten out of cookie jars tougher than that.
Yep.
Hey, I've gotten out of cookie jars tougher than that. Hey, I've gotten out of cookie jars tougher than that. Hey, rider meet horse, horse meet rider.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, this doesn't quite have the appeal of Mario Kart 64 balloon battle mode.
No. What are we playing to? 50?
We're stuck here forever.
Okay. Turn around. Get the thing. Okay, now just press the button. No nuance.
I got hit by my own frog.
Oh, I killed myself with that one. I don't even know what I launched. I've just been mashing L when I get close to anything.
Yes, that's a good strategy. It's a sound strategy. The only sensible strategy.
How many items in this are just blue shells?
I think all of them. I think it's a game, oops, all blue shells. So I also did summon a beanstalk, which seems worthless.
Maybe that's some sort of trap. I'll just not walk into it. Oh, that was definitely...
First to 10.
All right.
You know,
Can't wait to see that again in several of other episodes of things we're doing.
I'm sorry, Charky. You know I gotta do it to you.
I mean, you didn't.
Oh, but I did.
You didn't gotta.
Oh, but I must.
Folks, check out the last fight night if you want to see me kick the shit out of Cass.
Yeah. It's the only time I get to use that screen is outside of Fight Night. Funnily enough, you know, I designed it specifically for Fight Night. But folks, that'll do it for tonight's Chance Time stream. Boy, howdy, we played some games tonight. I'm gonna go down the list here. I'm gonna recap the games we played. We started with Men in Black the series for the Game Boy Color, moved on to Shadow Man for the PlayStation 1, took a tour of Raid 2020 for the NES, the Terminator for NES, then we switched to the Game Boy Advance for Popeye Rush for Spinach and Fear Factor Unleashed, took a brief sojourn to the TurboGrafx 16 for Veigues Tactical Gladiator, and finished with Shrek Smash and Crash Racing on the GameCube. What's our best, what's our worst?
Oh, Jesus, this is a hard one.
I think the best for me...
Maybe... Okay, you first, then I'll say it.
Was probably, even though it was boring, even though it didn't make for great stream material, probably that Veigues Tactical Gladiator on the PC Engine, because it was straightforward, the controls were intuitive enough, it was simple, exceedingly simple, some would say. But you know what? It was functional, and that's not always something we get guaranteed here on the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
Yeah, sure. I think I can agree with that. It was between kind of that and Popeye for me, but Popeye's a little too chaotic, I think, to
just
be
gets
the best of tonight.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
The worst, though.
The worst. You pick worst first.
Man, it's tough. Like, I almost want to say Terminator because that seems like such a slog.
It's like the classically bad
through.
game.
Yeah.
That and Raid 2020, I think those are like the two that most people would probably pick from, just in terms of like classically bad games, bad hit detection, bad control. Being on the NES, they have that air to them. I'm not saying that's one of my choices.
Yeah.
I'm just
like, it would be easy for me to pick something like Shadow Man because of how bad that is like on the PlayStation. But it's like it still has the bones of the good game there.
Yeah.
And like the Fear Factory thing, for as slight as it is functional. The Men in Black thing, yeah, it wasn't great, but I don't know. I think just like I think Terminator is just like really frustrating because you know, if you take out the rewinds, you take out the fact that we were cheating. Like, imagine we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think Terminator. I think that, you know, it's a classically bad game, but I think of the ones we played tonight, it would have been like one of the most infuriating to try and go through normally.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm torn between three of these. And I'm going to process of elimination these. The three I'm thinking of are the Terminator, Raid 2020, and Men in Black the series. I think Raid 2020 is the best of those three, somehow. It just has enough weird variety in it. Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, there's a lot of one-hit kill bullshit. But at least it changes form factor. It changes means of control. It switches between stuff. So there is at least some weird, misplaced, unrealized ambition there. And I would say the same thing almost for Terminator. That, you know, you're traveling through time, different modalities, different, you know, weapon sets and means of controlling it. You get those couple of truck levels. Is any of it particularly great? No. But at least it's taking you from place to place. Feels like an action movie. Now, Men in Black, the series for Game Boy Color, I think is just unrepentantly a piece of shit. I think that game does not control. I think the expectations it's placing on a player, probably a young player, are a little fucking high, to say the least, between how delayed everything is and between these weird jumps and seemingly unavoidable damage, and also having its share of one-hit kill enemies. I think it looked okay. It was basically its only saving grace. It had those neat little cutscenes that it recycled over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And some of them were just completely unintelligible, like you couldn't tell what the fuck they were trying to depict. I think it's got to be Men in Black the series for me. The more I think about that game, the more I just think that game is a piece of garbage. But it's close. It and Terminator and Raid 2020, they're all on a sort of similar bent. They're all side-scrolling shooters to an extent. And Men in Black is definitely the most simplified of those three, is the most straightforward. And yet, for that straightforwardness, it could not isolate like a single mechanic. It could not hone in on a single decent mechanic in that game. It took the most basic premise possible, stripped the genre down to its bare essentials, and still fucking missed by a mile. And to me, that indicates the worst game of the night. That is the qualifier I will use for my pick for tonight. So Men in Black the series, and your pick was The Terminator for the worst games tonight?
Correct.
Two true bad games, truly.
Why don't you take it home while I fix my bed because something just fell apart?
Oh, that's wonderful. Hey, folks, maybe Charky needs a new bed. If you want to help financially support the show and getting Charky a new bed, maybe. We also need to get them a desk and a number of other things. But folks, consider financially supporting the Bad Game Hall of Fame if you like what you saw here tonight. You can subscribe to us on Twitch, you can pledge to us on Patreon, you can become a member on YouTube, and becoming a financial supporter in any of those ways will grant you access to the Game Room Discord server, to the Patreon Saints channel, wherein you can vote in upcoming polls, make suggestions, all that sort of stuff that helps steer the direction of the show. We will be launching a new patron poll shortly. We have a short list of games that we're going to put to poll, and that will be the place to vote on them. So now is as good a time as any. If you can't financially support us, that's completely understandable. We would encourage you, if you can, to share the show with folk you know. We have a playlist on YouTube. It's called Suggested Viewing. It will sort of serve as an onboarding, any of those episodes, to the channel, to the show, what we're all about. Maybe you know someone who really likes Mario Party, really likes the Chance Time gimmick, and maybe this episode will serve them well. Or maybe you know someone who's a big Terminator fan or Men in Black fan. We did a lot of licensed shit tonight. I don't know if you noticed that, Shark. There was half licensed games, and then half like scrolling shooters. There were definitely some commonalities. There's definitely like some underpinning between games tonight. So, you know, we leave it to your discretion, viewer, which videos you might want to show to friends, family, so on and so forth. Failing that, just keep tuning in, folks. We're happy to put on the show. We're glad folk tune in. We're glad folk watch along, watch us suffer, as the case may be, especially here on these Chance Time streams. But, hey, that's the name of the game, isn't it? Thursday, this coming Thursday, if I can bring up the stream schedule quickly. Yeah, we're gonna keep what we have close to the vest for now, but it will be probably a variety show this coming Thursday. Then Saturday will be a theme night to be determined. So tune in. It'll be a variety of something. You'll definitely get some bad games. That's what we're all about here, the Bad Game Hall of Fame. So you can, even if we can't tell you exactly what we're gonna play, you know it's gonna be bad, because that is the channel gimmick. Let's see who's a streaming at this hour, who we can raid, as the case may be. I see Hexymaniac is celebrating the PlayStation's 30th anniversary. You know how they're celebrating it? By playing Casper for the PlayStation. Something that we played in our own, a game we played in our own, Casper, the Friendly Ghost theme nights. So we'll send folk that away. Please to encourage them, send them our love, let them know the Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you, so on and so forth. And we will get that underway short lay. But for us here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame, I have been Chance Cassidy.
And I'm sleeping on the floor at night, Charkie.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm so sorry. Thank you, folk, for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking a chance on this year's stream, the 10th Bad Game Chance Time. Bye!
Good night, everybody.